Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. Can I adjust this while I do the intro? Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, nailed it, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. You didn't see anything, much as my enemies won't see me coming. Watcha! Hello, Crosshair. Hello, Aragwen. Welcome to Doomed. Good lord. This is, Oh, did I say that? Oh, God. Well, I've got my friend here. This is Sleeper Cthullu. Yeah, Aragwen, I've noticed that as well. I've really noticed. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I was gonna say, I've also noticed that because I use Epidemic Sound, link somewhere in the YouTube VOD description to Epidemic Sound if you want to. I think I get a couple of bucks off or something if you subscribe. I don't know, whatever. I love that, Aragwen. Hello, Lo. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. Anyway, I was just going to say, I've been noticing a lot of my favorite YouTubers also use what I would have once called stock music, which I would still call stock music, I guess. Just that, like, I know what platform it's from because I also use it. When they have, like, this is the spooky section of my video. I'm like, I know all of these songs. I went through and said add all the spooky shit. Anyway, it's a good time. No. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game. I just got confused because my camera was off and my whole state of being was off. She was bet $100 she couldn't stop this leak on the first attempt during her plumbing class. Oh my God, what the hell's gonna happen to her in plumbing class? Bum 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 bum. Look, we all know that the most influential trailer of the last 20 years was Inception. And we all know this. We all know this because that music, which of course did find its way into the movie at some point, I think, was crafted to make the greatest trailer of all time. I agree, Crosshair. She could use a lot of different lessons, I think. All right, a few things before we jump in today. As always, I want to do a little story so far. I want to get into the session itself. You're right. Yeah, that's right, Crosshair. I do actually. So you're right. I'm sure the like strings and stuff would have been right here. That's weird. Oh well, it's probably fine, Mr. Bud. At any rate, so to note, as I have alluded to before on Doomed, I do glance ahead at the coming scenarios like text, not to read story, not to spoil myself on anything, but to, well, I suppose it is technically to spoil myself on whether or not I need to load in a certain scenario, load in a certain card, whether or not something's extra complicated or looks like it's going to take a long time, or in the strange, weird case that it's like, if your name begins with a letter in the last half of the alphabet, if you're part of Z Crew, take a physical trauma. I don't know, whatever, like, you know what I mean? I just want to, I guess, be prepared for things that might come up. So, I am not necessarily prepared for what is coming. I am aware that, in fact, we will be skipping one of the scenarios that's here on the list. Ooh. But yes, thank you, Crosshair. As always, of course, this is Arkham Horror, the card game. Art and concepts discussed both by the game and by me may be distressing because we focus on themes of existential horror, body horror, and, just doom and death and insects in all their horrible glory. Or aliens or whatever. Anyway, all that to say, I am rededicating myself to what... God damn it, Mr. Bud. I love it. I am rededicating myself to the purpose of this channel, which has been the purpose of this channel ever since I started it. This channel, this game, this thing that I do, Doomed. Back when I was not even streaming and just recording and putting them on YouTube. The point is to tell a story. The point is to understand that the narrative is what we choose to make of it, and whatever happens, happens. And, like, obviously, could I have played better through this campaign? Yeah, maybe. Could I have made better deck building decisions? Yeah, maybe. Did we have that one redo because of the laudanum opiate dreams? Yeah, we did. But I am saying this because I am going to be very tempted, I'm sure, a number of times to be like, guys, what if we just... And I don't want to do that. I want to experience this campaign the way that it is going to be experienced, and this will be canon for Marion going forward. Okay, all that said, do I have any other news or anything updates-wise? No, I think we've got a few weeks of this left. I'm going to have to miss some Saturdays at some point. I think before I jump into whatever Twombed is next, probably with Graspy Loot, I might... Hang on, I wanted to show you guys this. I got this weird shrink-wrapped book in the mail, which I'm not, like... I don't know. It's vaguely concerning to me that this has arrived to my address. It wasn't even addressed to me. It just arrived at my doorstep one day, sort of shrink-wrapped and stuff. Anyway, I sometimes do, like, solo RPGs on this channel, so, like, I figure it might be a good opportunity. This Saturday slot, after I finish this campaign, before we start the next thing on Twombed, I might end up doing that. It'll be fine! Oh, Sab, you're right, it'll be fine! Well, yeah, Mr. Butt, I mean, obviously, except that one time. Thanks, Aragwen. You know I love Paul Prospero. Wait, should I do a solo RPG in character as Paul Prospero? No. Get it together, Scott. You can't cross the streams like that. It's not going to make sense. Sorry. My impression of Paul Prospero, obviously. All right. Oh, yeah. Yes, Crosshair. There wasn't... Last scenario, I'm proud of us for getting through Act 1. I took far too long to get through Act 1. Not necessarily through any fault of my own, but I was just like, oh, let's, like, get this going, let's get that going. But then, unfortunately, we ran into a lot of trouble late game with enemies. And if I had been a little faster, maybe I had been able to, like, shuffle them around a bit more. But again, like I said, I see you, Aragwen, and I'm ready... Oh, here we go, yeah. Hang on, it's coming, Aragwen. But yeah, as I said before, this is the Marion story through the Drowned City. Whatever happens, happens. Yes, so, Aragwen, this is very important for us to talk about. Obviously, this channel, this thing that I do here on my Twitch channel is called Doomed. When I play with another player, it is called Twombed. A 3-person would theoretically be Throomed, yeah? And I have already decided that the 4-player would be called Quadroomed. Which I think sounds better than Quoomed. Or Tetroomed. Yeah, it's Quadroomed. There is... Hang on. Can I load this in, or is this going to break my game? I'm going to find out. Official scenarios. Where are you? Is this going to break the fucking game? No, it's not. Okay, that's good. So there is a scenario pack called the Midwinter Gala. The Gala. A little spooky. Some sort of weird thing here. Lots of people in top hats and shit. And then there's a guy in a white creepy mask. Or something similar. There's also a scenario coming, a challenge scenario or a standalone scenario, called Film Fatale, which takes place on a Hollywood set. So one of these will be a quadroomed. Did I say tetroomed? No, I said quadroomed. See, now I'm confused, Aragwen. Yeah, the Quoomed Philly steak. Cheesesteak. It's gonna be one of those two. For maximum chaos, here's how it's gonna go down. For maximum chaos, we're gonna, like, whoever wants to play, we'll figure out who gets to play and all that. I am gonna play Carson, the butler, whose whole shtick is being able to give actions to other players. So he can be like, sir, have you tried investigating over here? And then you give your time to, like, help. So you help them. So obviously what this means is I am going to basically dedicate myself to giving more airtime to the chaos that is the other 3 players. That'll be fun. Anyway, that's not today. Today... Exactly. Crosshair, yeah, you're gonna play Gun Boy, Gun McGee, Gun Man, Gunny Gun Goo. What's his name? Gus. Guns. none of those. It's Michael McGlenn. Anyway, Michael McGunn. Fucking hell. Oh, okay. Story so far. We've got a plot and then sort of a more Gunny Gunnarsson. We've got like a meta plot as well running through, which I've been appreciating a lot as well. As always, I think most people would probably know this story so far. Marion was a trawler living a simple but good life with her friend Annalise Taylor. See, I forgot it, but of course we can, Oseb. Well, I'm not the butler, but I am a butler. So good. He's so fucking good, dude. No. Yeah. Gunny McGunface. What's up, Agatha? How you doing? Whoa.
Thank you.
Graspy loot, as the world should be. Scott stream, go to sleep. Scott stream, go to sleep. Scott stream, do nothing else. I also, that would be my whole life. I'd be streaming and then I would go to sleep and then I would stream. I also will not be doing that. Alright, Marion was living a simple but good life on her trawling fish boat with her friend Annalise Taylor. One night, transporting an artifact from somewhere, it was like an extra job, extra bit of cash. Not mole. It says here, one stormy night at sea, Annalise was pulled overboard by a strange fish-like creature, the lurker in the dark. Marion leapt in, pulled Annalise from the creature's jaws, took her arm, and lost the artifacts. So, she has sworn to destroy this strange creature that almost took her friend's life and took her arm. She found herself, because she didn't have the money from said job, she found herself indebted to, what's that guy's name? Tillinghast? The esoterica guy? Who, like, put her up at Ma's boarding house, etc. But she's essentially now a vagrant doing jobs for him because she has no other source of income. He sent her on an expedition, I'm skipping the first scenario, sent her on an expedition to the lost continent of Relia, where they found a whole bunch of crazy shit. I don't know what I even need to highlight in here. They went down the western wall into the ocean, found the place where the creatures live that are sort of like birthed or created or something. A vault, a court of the ancients, the canyons on top of the thing, and they've emerged the other side. Important details from this journey. They found an artifact. One artifact. And it is called the Tidal Tablet, Record of Ancient Depths. They found a number of glyphs of a strange alien language that Marion was able to intuitively translate. Because, metaplot, Marion is now in touch with the soul of her previous self, Gret Wagner, the Purifier, some sort of zealot, paladin-like character who roamed the earth destroying monsters or aliens or some such. Now, being in touch with this previous self has not prevented a massive amount of damage and mental toll on Marion. She's barely made it out alive. But made it out, I believe they have. At this point, anyway. We will see. The hope is that she can get back to Arkham and just kind of be happy again. That she's done what she needs to do. I spent my 3 XP on the... I said I knew what I was going to get, and then I obviously changed my mind, because I always change my mind. I had to take the Upgraded Hallowed Mirror. Upgraded Hallowed Mirror gives you a choice, but basically it lets you shuffle your soothing melodies back into your deck. Which means the music will continue to soothe her and heal the massive amounts of damage and horror. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. Perfect. Boat, dip in the water, elevator, beat up. There you go. Let us dive in. I think there's going to be a good amount of reading to start because we've got a lot of like interludes and things to read on. Let's remind ourselves that Marion was attacked by strange winged creatures on the skyscrapers, the tops of the obsidian canyon of Relia. 4 of them. And she passed out, but then emerged, carried by the rest of her expedition. Let us read Sepulchre of the Sleeper. A sepulchre being like a tomb or something. Can everyone hear everything pretty well, by the way? Music's okay? I know it fluctuates, but just let me know. Excellent. Thanks, Crosshair. Actually, let's also make this bigger. Whoa, it's as big as Cthullu now. All right. The expedition's reunion on the beach is decidedly dour, underscored by the rolling fog. Sepulture. Sorry, Aragorn, I misread that. That's my apologies. Let me try again. Sepulture. Sepulture. Yeah. I was I was already there. One of the crew members you left behind to tend the boat is dead. Oh my god. According to the others, she was murdered when the remaining rations was stolen by starving pilgrims. What? So, in one of the scenarios, we didn't get very far, and I think we were going to find some people, maybe? Thankfully, the Cassandra is intact. You have barely enough food remaining to make it to the mainland. Andy and Ruby discuss their findings as the rest of the expedition bandage wounds and begin loading the Cassandra for the voyage home. Get the f*** out of there. Once the ship is loaded, you join Andy and Ruby on the shore. If at least one artifact is checked under Artifacts Earned, and at least 10 glyphs are translated in the glyph record, proceed to the Sepulchre. Oh, the Sepulchre of the Sleeper, too. Hi, Honeychew. What's going on? How you doing? Welcome to Doomed. You're like, I don't need another existential crisis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 translated glyphs. I think I got 2 near the end of that scenario. Crosshair. Proceed to Sepulchre of the Sleeper 2. Just how much of that ugly chicken scratch did you decode? Ruby asks. Andy is hunched over the obsidian slate, making notes in a leather-bound notebook. In the evening half-light, the glyphs on the slate glow like pale fire. Andy leafs through several waterlogged pages and places a bloody slip of paper on the stone. Enough to decode this. I found it on the body of one of the pilgrims. It roughly translates to this. He hastily scribbles the translation on a fresh page and holds it out to you. It reads, classic H.P. Lovecraft coming at you. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons, even death may die. Honeychew, I'm pretty good. I am doing pretty well. We're diving into this new scenario. We're building towards the conclusion of a fabulous campaign with our hero, who I will quickly zip over and show you. Marion Tavares, the trawler. Absolute badass. And we're having a good time. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. What a great line. Damn, love that. Check your campaign log. If all 5 artifacts are checked, and all 26 glyphs are translated, and the inner sanctum was unsealed, proceed to Sepulchre of the Sleeper 3. Now, I'm not going to say this is impossible in solo. It's definitely not. But it's definitely not in this campaign, that's for sure. Exactly. Like, for real, though, Mr. Butt. Okay. So, we definitely did not get all 5 artifacts, all 26 glyphs, or unsealed the inner sanctum. Lol. I'm going to say lol. Otherwise, add a 0 token to the Chaos Bag for the remainder of the campaign. Hell yeah! Where are ya? Yay! 0, 0, 0. Whoa! Oh, whoops. Sorry, buddy. Where's my button here? Pow! Sorry. Jamila David. It's Jamila. What's her name? Jamila. Whatever. Fuck it. Anyway. I appreciate... Oh, man. I'm so starved for a compliment, apparently. I'm like, wow, my energy is incredible. Thank you. Oh, boy. Anyway, bye. All right. So we proceed to the Interlude 3, The Awakening. Oh, so we're skipping the setup for this whole scenario. All right, guys. Who's ready? Here we go. If you somehow manage to be a legend... Yeah, basically, Crosshair. Fucking hell. Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry, Crosshair. It's fine. There was a quotation mark at the beginning of it, which means it was copy-pasted from somewhere, and it was like, add me on Discord. Anyway. No need. All right, guys. Oh, you can. Oh, is it still there? Oh, well, okay. Okay, no problemo, Mr. Butt. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. All right. A violent tremor knocks you prone. As you clamber to your feet, Ruby suppresses a gasp. This is just straight up out of Call of Cthulhu, by the way, the H.P. Lovecraft. This is great. A heavy shadow appears, veiled in the sepulchral darkness within the gates. A steady pulse, like a heartbeat, ripples through the city's nightmarish skyline. The ancient monstrosity drags himself on his belly through the gate. The gargantuan... Okay, so we've awakened Cthulhu. This is not great. The gargantuan beast sways unsteadily. He is easily the size of a small mountain, with sickly green skin, an octopoid head and face, and a set of limp, tattered wings. He's a kaiju. Your vision doubles as you look at him, as if the creature were both here and elsewhere, both metaphysical and physical. The stench of his ancient, rotten flesh is almost enough to make you retch. The thing's red eyes glow as he gazes down on you. A steady, insistent weight presses down on your shoulders, forcing you to kneel. You hear yourself speaking in a voice not quite your own. Cthulhu Fatagen, whatever this is. So, actually, I don't know if I've translated all of these glyphs. But maybe this is what we said before, in a voice not quite your own. Now, of course, Marion has been intuitively translating this strange alien language because of Gret's presence within her, right? Wait, I'm not gonna... Water Mountain Sleeper. If at least one artifact is checked, proceed to the awakening too. Look away, shouts Ruby. You turn to see your companions also kneeling before the awful dead dreaming god. A warmth spreads through your body as he delves deep into your mind, your memories. The warm feeling gives way to something cold, hateful. Looking up, you see him staring back at you, his fifth eye open. You feel his rage. You have taken part of his domain. You must perish. You see, because I took one of the artifacts. Here he is. There's the dread sleeping god Cthulhu. Fucking hell, guys. Remove all cultist tablets and elder things from the bag, then add 2 cultists, 2 tablets, and 2 elder things to the bag for the remainder of the campaign. So, we got a 0. I'm going to remove... Okay, I'm not going to actually remove everything. Well, no, it said 2, so I'm going to do that. So we add 2 cultists, 2 tablets, and 2 elder things. This is essentially removing a cultist and replacing it with 2 tablets. So... I've been a naughty boy. Marion's been very naughty, stealing this title tablet. Skip to the Awakening 4. Struggling against the Ancient One's terrible will, you rise, help the others to their feet. Great Cthulhu grasps at you with sinewy tentacles as you flee to the water's edge and paddle furiously towards the Cassandra. Once aboard, the ship threads a narrow strait through a gauntlet of risen spires and deadly shoals to reach the open ocean. This is the lost continent of Relia rising, right? An ear-splitting roar echoes across the water. You turn to see the colossal abomination slip greasily into the black water and out of view. You stare down into the fathomless deep, waiting to see 5 angry red eyes emerge to capsize the ship. The nightmarish skyline of Relia glimmers with pale green fire as it fades into the distance. A minute passes, then 10, then 30. There is no movement, no stirring in the depths. The abomination may have lost interest, or perhaps gotten tangled in the shoals. Or at least, so you hope. Proceed to Interlude 4, The Return to Arkham. I hate this. I love it. I don't know what the issue is, Craspy Loot. I love it. Ooh. You know what? I'm not going to do any more than that. I think you all got a good taste. Check your campaign log. If at least one artifact is checked, proceed to Return to Arkham 1. Your sleep on the voyage home is fraught with nightmares. Upon returning to Arkham, you and the others bring the expedition's findings back to an elated Tillinghast. All right, guys. We brought the fucking title tablet home. He's like, tell me about this lost continent. No, I don't care about all of the troubles you had to bear. No, dread gods, tell me of the artifacts. Honeychew, welcome to the stream. As you relay the events of the expedition to the collector, he turns each piece in his hand, just the one, I guess, marveling at the ancient technology.
You've done all I asked, and more, he grins. Consider your debts annulled. And of course, I'm more than happy to honor our original agreement.
Check the tasks section of your campaign log. Okay, guys, this is really important. For each progress marked under your task, you and only you gain 1 bonus experience. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 Cthullu. Cthullu. That's 4 XP. Aw, that's nice, Honeychew. I guess dinosaurs are probably capable of love, right? So we get 4 XP, which I'm going to spend soon. I'm going to have thoughts about what to spend it on, but we can talk about that. Each investigator resolves their respective task. Once they have read their corresponding entry, proceed to the Doom of Arkham. Now, this is where I am concerned. Anyway, let's just go. The task is called No Place Like Home. This is really sad, guys. Read only if you have no place like home, if there are 5 or more progress marked under your task. So, tragically, there were a couple scenarios where I was unable to accomplish it. So in one scenario, no locations they were all revealed, so I couldn't do anything there. And then in a couple of scenarios, I got absolutely buffeted by fate, or, whatever. And I did not end up revealing enough locations to mark a progress. I took the deal in one scenario, which gave me progress. Unfortunately, I've just come up short. Quorotas, I am right there with you. Also, welcome to Doomed. I agree. Jurassic Park murder machines notwithstanding. So tragically, we are not going to find our true home. Yeah. Did I say it was X5? Did I say 5? Because it's 5 apparently. It's really, really sad. 10! Fucking hell. I said 10? Good lord. Well, it definitely wasn't 10. You walk through Southside, reflecting on Randall's last words to you. Yeah, it's much, much worse. Your debt was forgiven, but there is still the matter of your room and board to settle. Okay, so at least the story makes sense to me. Tillinghast has forgiven our debt, but Marion's got herself into so much more debt because of trying to live without a job, essentially. This is like an allegory on joining a gang.
Just a few more months and we can finally settle up,
he cooed. You thanked him. It's an entirely reasonable request. After all, he's the only reason you're not living on the streets. Walking past Ma's boarding house, you catch the scent of a home-cooked meal. Fresh baked bread, green beans, sliced ham. Your stomach rumbles. You feel an old yearning, something more than hunger. Just a little more work, and Tillinghast will help you get your feet under you. Someday soon, you'll have a home of your own. Permanently remove the No Place Like Home task from your deck. Cool. And suffer 1 physical or mental trauma. Cool. Add a cultist token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Okay. So that sucks. This sucks. I'm not happy. I'm taking a mental trauma because that's what we're gonna... Yeah, for sure. Woof. So, great question, Graspy-Loot. I've been thinking a lot about that. The Tillinghast from Scenario 1, yeah, he's a dude as well, Randall. I'm wondering if the established lore of Arkham is that he's also not a professor. So either they're related, and Randall Tillinghast's esoterica is like, he's related to Professor Tillinghast, or there's no established lore around the character, and the video game went in a different direction from this campaign. I prefer Amelia Tyler as Professor Tillinghast the Ghost, but that's just me. Thank you. Tillinghoosts. Hello, Flower of August. Welcome to Doom. Sorry you missed the beginning. Pipettes and Peppelman. Piops, Pipettes, and Peppelman. Good. All right, Flower. I am going to give you the short of the story so far, or is this the story that we've established already in the stream? No, I'm confused. Yeah. So, we made it back to the beach. Andy and Andy Van Nortwick. What's his name? Andy, whatever. He translated that famous line from the Call of Cthulhu, which I will read once more. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. We added a 0 to the chaos bag, and then Cthulhu awoke. He stared us down. His hate filled our minds and our heart, and we felt his rage because we took an artifact from him, part of his domain, you see. So we've reset the chaos bag to 2 cultists, 2 tablets, and 2 elder things, and we're scared. And then we managed to get away. And then here's... no. yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it. Yes, well, you see this campaign is based on that famous novel, so... Or novella? Anyway. We made it back to Arkham. We gave the artifacts over to Tillinghast, and he was like, wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much. Your debt is forgiven. 4 XP from our tasks. However, we needed 5 progress under our task to succeed. Now, this is really tragic, and I'll tell you why. If we had succeeded with 1 more mark under our task, we would have had the completed task to start in play, which would be very good for us here. Because we failed, we take an extra trauma and a cultist token. So not only do we lose the good thing, but we gain some bad stuff. Now, this is classic, I would say. I'm kind of noticing as well, if you fail the other tasks, they do different things to the bag, which is really cool, actually. I really like that. So in a 4-player campaign, everyone's trying to accomplish their tasks, but if some people do and some people don't, it could really impact your last moment. Now, hopefully, Cthulhu doesn't make it to Arkham and spank everyone silly. That's the hope. So I am devastated to report that I now have 4 physical, 3 mental trauma, no more task, 3 cultists, 2 tablets, and 2 elder things, and 2 skulls. Yeah, fucking hell. And we're starving again because we can't pay our room and board. Because we had our debt cleared, but not our room and board cleared, you see. Devastating. Now, I will say I have 4 XP. So here's what I would like to propose, because I spent my 3 XP on an upgraded copy of Hallowed Mirror, so I can just keep playing Soothing Melodies over and over. Very important. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one, Crosshair. I have some ideas from my deck building here, and I'm going to pull them out, and I'm going to... People can at me in the chat about what they think is good or bad. Can you all see, by the way? I'm pulling cards out here. So I have 4 XP to spend. My suggestion is going to be upgrading my other copy of Gret and one of the following 1 XPs. Now, some of them I think are straight better for us than others, but not all of them will be bad. All right, I think those are my 1 XPs that I had suggested. Good, we put that away. Oh, if you drop your bread in the fondue, you get a spanking. I did, and I don't have 5 XP. Unfortunately, Crosshair. Thank you for the reminder, though. Because what I have is... Well, sorry. Getting the 3 XP Hallowed Mirror is non-negotiable, and I chose to do that before I earned the 4. Oh, yeah. But it's a finale, right? So, like, I could, yeah. Oh, the wife of this dude. Can you imagine running an esoterica shop and your wife is an actual honest-to-God professor, and then you died? I will quickly point out, this is called Finale, the Doom of Arkham. And then somewhere around here it mentions... Anyway, whatever. Somewhere around here it mentions that it's in 2 parts. I don't know what that means, 2 parts. Presumably you can, like, take a break. Here's my suggestion for my 4 XP. And I presume we don't earn XP or whatever. Okay. Upgrade my other copy of Gret. This makes sense to me both because of the story and because it's good. This feels useful to me. I have a copy of Sweeping Kick already, so this would be a 2nd copy. I don't know what the hell I would take out for it. Here are my 1 XP options, guys. Now, actually, let me reorganize these really quick. I'm going to do assets, events, and a skill. And I think I can kind of decide right away. Some of them are going to be less good than others. All right. So, the Hungering Blade, the Calamitous Blade of Celephais, is a cursed relic sword. It's honestly kind of fucked up, but basically, you shuffle weaknesses into your deck, you have to kill things with it, and then as you kill things with it, you can attach bloodlusts to it, which makes it stronger. I agree, Flower. I had to put it in because I feel like as long as there's a bunch of little weenie enemies, we can get away with it, but otherwise we're fucked. Brand, which is... I don't actually know what it's a spell. What's the lore here? The lore here presumably is that we've learned some magic or something. This is just quite good. But... Events. Marion likes events. Sweeping Kick, which is a big 2 damage hit with an evade, which we like. I don't know what I would take out for this, but I'll figure that out. Devil's Luck is a 1 XP event. That was my favorite hat! Play when you are dealt damage and or horror. Cancel up to 10. Now, presumably we're going to have to fight Cthullu, so this could be huge. I'll see you in hell. Fucking hell. I actually quite like that. It could be a lot of fun. I think it's 0 XP, but it would cost 1 to put in. As a reminder, I'll see you in hell here. He flicked open the lighter and made his peace. Each non-elite enemy engaged with you is defeated. Get some XP or whatever. You are defeated and suffer 1 physical trauma. So you throw yourself into... Yeah, so this guy is lighting a bunch of oil on fire to defeat a bunch of horrible little enemies. My last thought was a 1 XP skill, classic skill. I would have to commit it to a crowbar test, because it's only when it's committed to an attack using a melee or ranged asset. You do +1 damage, and you can return chaos tokens to the bag at the cost of damage. I actually don't think I want to take strong-armed. This doesn't feel right for Marion. So, it's coming... I'm pretty set on Gret 3. Upgrading my other copy of Gret. Oh, right. I had decided to do that already. Sorry. I had decided to do that before I did the Hallowed Mirror, so I'm gonna... That's done. Tee-hee-hee. Well, so Crosshair, I have 4 XP. So 3 for Gret. 3 for Gret. I think we should follow her in to the breach, right? I think I just like Sweeping Kick. We've been kicking shit all through the campaign. Yeah. How dare you, Graspy Loot? What do you mean one of the worst cards? I can slice things up before I just have to kill 2 things before I get a copy of Bloodlust. And then I have to kill 2 more things before I get another copy of... I just have to keep killing things. I understand. Okay, well, new challenge accepted. Not a hashtag. New challenge accepted. Hungering Blade, I don't know, Mark or whatever. Okay. I'm gonna take Sweeping Kick. I like the damage, and I feel like Marion's learned some fucking tricks. And just give me a quick second, because I'm gonna do this in Arkham DB, and I have to figure out what I'm gonna take out for a copy of Sweeping Kick. Toe-to-toe... Oh. Well, toe-to-toe is also damage, but, like, I don't have a lot of free space. Take the initiative, Vicious Blow. Clean them out. It's a fight event. 21 or bust, I need money. Emergency cash. How much money do I really need? A lot for Gret. I can't take out damage. I need damage. Sorry, I can't see chat right now. Okay, sounds good, Crosshair. Well, Flower, hang on. Oh, I didn't say solo. I'm gonna... Carson. Hungering Blade Carson. I'm kidding. Okay. What's coming out? No. Yeah. I agree with you there, Graspy. Sorry. Yes, I shouldn't. I'm not sitting here being like, it's great, but like, in order for it to, so it has +1 damage and it's repeatable. It's like a machete. In order to gain a combat boost, you need to attach bloodlusts to it. In order to get bloodlusts to it, you have to have sacrificed things to it by killing things with it. So any scenario with like rats or whatever, chop, 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 you get some bloodlusts. And there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yes, Flower, yes. On the hunt, but like, search for a 1 health enemy. What am I taking out? Toe-to-toe? No. Trusted? No. Toe-to-toe, this essentially replaces toe-to-toe. But I think I need more damage, not less. Fucking hell. Am I taking out money? No, that's insane. I like that. Yeah, well, I will say, Graspy Loot, I have also, I have also upgraded my Hallowed Mirror, so in theory I've got, I'm not going to say infinite healing, but I do have some healing anyway. More healing than I did before. I just like, okay, as long as I can keep replaying damage events. Should have taken Book of War. Should have taken Book of War. All right, team. We've got Crosshair on Burb, but we will read the opening here, and then we will set up, and then we will probably take a break before we start the finale. Is it a good day to be a believer? Hang on. Let's run a poll really quick. Can Marion survive? I believe I'm a doubter. All right, polls up in the chat. You can vote !vote 0 or 1. Do we think, can the believers win today? I will say it's a 2-part finale, so probably not today, but we'll see. I'm going to keep reading while people vote. The month after your return to Arkham passes like a dream. Something still feels wrong. Thank you, Flower. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate how you said that totally of your own volition and without having been forced to by a geisha. The concerns of your former life are nothing compared to the austere grandeur and menace of the ancient city. Aragwen. And down, we've got a doubter in chat. In your dreams, you wander the ancient city, hunted by something you dare not describe. This is classic Marion, this makes sense to me. If you were to tell anyone the truth of what you've seen, you could be committed to a sanatorium, or worse. You attempt to track down both Ruby and Andy to ask about their dreams, but can find no trace of them. You know what, Aragwen? I actually cannot argue with that. That is objectively true. I like it. It is what it is. The Arkham Advertiser has begun to report the spread of an unusual sleeping sickness in the city's population. Oh, shit. Thank you very much, Mr. Butt. A sleeping sickness? Going back to Egypt, Graspy Loot. There is no known cause, no sign of disease, no common thread to the victims. People seem to be falling asleep each night, never to awaken. Rumors abound of sleepwalkers wandering the streets at night. Rather than induce a panic, however, the populace seems to accept what would be alarming news with dull indifference. The city of Arkham is, itself, sinking into a deep slumber. In your restless dreams, you still see the drowned city and the hulking behemoth that once slept within it. You know, beyond a doubt, that you will see him again. Who's Old Man Henderson? If he would make this easier, what the hell? Why haven't we called him from the beginning? The Doom of Arkham, Part 1. Now, let's not forget, Marion is still indebted to Tillinghast for room and board, so she needs to keep working for him, but she's living at Ma's boarding house. Oh, welcome back, Crosshair. Crosshair, we're doing a running poll right now. !vote 0 if you believe that we can survive. !vote 1 if you're a doubter. You awaken from yet another... Oh, okay. Thanks, Flower. I've never heard of this, to my knowledge. You awaken from yet another nightmare to a furious knocking at your door. You open it to find a bedraggled-looking Andy and Ruby, along with a sharply dressed inspector who introduces himself as John Raymond LeGrasse. Guys, he's from the Call of Cthulhu story. He's also from the hotel scenario. I think that's him. 1 day away, 2 days away from retirement? I think it's him. Thanks, Crosshair. So you're a believer, then? Yes, Korotas. The inspector explains he has been investigating a spate of dreaming cults across the United States and abroad. Can I just quickly say, this campaign is basically the Call of Cthulhu novella, but well, minus the racism. It's basically the Call of Cthulhu novella from the finale on. Or sorry, from Interlude 3 on. The whole, everything that happened before that is like the thing that would have happened in the Call of Cthulhu, the book, the novella. You invite them inside to Ma's boarding house as it begins to rain. Once seated, the inspector flashes a photo of a familiar statue. Several months ago, he sent the statue to a colleague in Miskatonic University for analysis. Apparently, Tillinghast's request that you find his missing shipment was nothing more than petty theft. That motherfucker, I knew it. He tells you he arrived in Arkham about a month ago to interrogate Tillinghast and recover the statue. Something didn't sit right with me after we handed off the artifacts, Andy said. Oh, sorry, this is Andy, sorry. Something didn't sit right with me after we handed off the artifacts, Andy says darkly. So a few days later, I headed to the shop. When we got there, the shop had moved, or so we thought. Ruby finally found it, and we went in to find the inspector arguing with Tillinghast, and, well, things didn't go well. That's putting it mildly, LeGrasse says. Randall was giving me the runaround when these two appeared. He threw us out real quick. When we looked around, we weren't here. You ask him what he means, and he shakes his head. I mean, we weren't here in Arkham. His shop door led somewhere else entirely. Took us a whole month to return. I think we were somewhere in Tibet, or even farther north. It was a journey to get... Fuck, it's Andy again, damn it. I think we were in Tibet, or even farther north. It was a journey to get back, let me tell you, sighs Andy. A few months ago, you might have found their story hard to believe, but not now. Knowing what you know about Tillinghast, it's no surprise that he has something far more sinister planned than simple acquisition. But what? Together with Inspector LeGrasse, Ruby, and Andy, you resolve to recover the artifacts and to confront Tillinghast wherever he might be. As you set out, the rain turns to a heavy downpour. Proceed to set up. Guys, I'm so excited. I didn't realize Tillinghast was secret villain the whole time. This is very exciting. So he's not just like a collector of curios. He's like actively attempting to reawaken Dread Cthulhu. This is great. I mean, it's not great, obviously. We're fucked. But, like, let's fucking kill him. I should have taken the Hungering Blade. Okay. All right. Okay. No, let's not. Let's look at the setup here. Part 1. Is it actually Crosshair? That's hilarious. My immersion! It feels further north, though. Shh, Flower, shush. Shush, Flower. Oh, that was the other thing, Flower. If you get all 5 artifacts, all 27 glyphs, and unseal the inner sanctum, then you can proceed to Interlude 3, Part 3, where you awaken the sleeper, or whatever. Fucking hell. Gather all the cards from the following encounter sets. When gathering the Midnight Masks, only gather locations and treacheries. Fine, who cares? Find each location in the Midnight Masks encounter set and put them into play as follows. One of the two... Certainly in solo, Flowers. Certainly in solo. Sorry. Certainly in solo with this run. Probably not if you know what you're doing. Put one of the 2 downtown locations into play, one of the 2 southside locations into play at random, remove the other versions from the game. Oh my god, guys, it's Midnight Masks. Let's fucking go. Huge fan. Hey, everyone remember Midnight Masks? What up? Shuffle the setting. Whoa. We begin play at Rivertown. Marion? Oh, there she is. We begin play at Rivertown here. I'll look at the map in a bit here. I also need to take a break before we actually start. Yeah, I feel you, Crosshair. Okay. Shuffle the single-sided Tillinghast Esoterica location with each treachery from the Midnight Masks encounter set and place one of them under each location except for Rivertown. Now, in the Dunwich Legacy, there is a similar mechanic in Blood on the Altar where you have to find a key and a sanctum. Here, we are looking for Tillinghast Esoterica and not treacheries, but I have a 1 in 6. Left, right, crosshair? This will be the Esoterica next to the Miskatonic University? Done. Aragwen, I would say sorry, but honestly, Dr. Pepper's pretty delicious. Okay, that's my second play then, Flower. Shuffle each enemy from the Star Spawn encounter set, remove 2 at random from the game. Remove 3 if playing on easy? Fuck. Fuck. Shuffle 2 into the encounter deck. All tasks are relevant. Well, they're not, actually, but that's... fucking whatever. I've removed it from the game. Gather all the earned artifacts along with the Horror in Clay story asset. Set them aside. Ugh. Choose an investigator. Fuck yeah, to add the John Raymond LaGrasse story asset to their deck. Put it into play under that investigator's control. He does not take up an ally slot. Guys, we have Soak. I presume he has Soak. Let's have a look at John Raymond LaGrasse. John Raymond LaGrasse, hunting for answers. Okay, 3/3. We love this. He's a detective ally. You get +1 skill value when fighting deep ones and star spawn enemies. Big boon for old Marion here. Reaction. During a skill test while fighting or evading Cthullu. Okay, I guess he's coming to Arkham. Exhaust him. You get +X skill value where X is Cthulhu's rage. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. Let's just go ahead and edit these slots real quick. I want to make this an ally, and I want to make this a hand left. There we go. John Raymond LaGrasse. Yeah, spoilers! Put Doom on the agenda equal to the number of investigators. Gross, but just the one. Which I will allow. Add flood tokens to the flood pool. Shuffle. You are now ready to begin. This scenario is split into 2 parts. Players may choose to play them one at a time with a break, or play both parts together. Each part has its own setup and resolution. Great. Arkham, just part 1. Just starting, I should say. I'm actually just about to take a break, Arkham Librarian. I'm so sorry for the timing. Yeah, exactly, Kurotas. Part 1. So, Arkham, I'll catch you up on the story. Well, you know the story, but basically, Marion just failed her task, which is tragic. So she had her debt paid off by Tillinghast, but not her debt for room and board. So she's still in debt to him. So she hasn't found her way home. So we've got 3 cultists, 2 tablets, 2 elder things, a 0. Chaos bag is very full. And 4 physical and 3 mental trauma. Now I do also have a bunch of XP, which I spent. 1 sweeping kick, 1 upgraded hallowed mirror, and 1 upgraded Gret. Well, it's a scenario. Yeah, I would say so, Flower, because like my thought was, you earned it in the interlude between scenarios. In the Innsmouth Conspiracy, they're very explicit. You may not spend this experience yet. So I choose to believe that I can invest in my Gret Wagners before diving in. We'll have a look at all of this when we return. I actually need to take a quick couple of minutes away, which I will do. Team, Marion has not found her way home yet. Of course she hasn't. Tillinghast is a villain, and has always been a villain. You might even call him Villingast. You might. You could. Marion Tavares is ready to find Tillinghast, make him pay, and then defend the city and herself and her friend, love, I don't know, Annalise Taylor, from the dread awakened Cthulhu. We're going to be back on Doomed in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned for the Doom of Arkham, Part 1. You know, Arkham Librarian, I was actually just thinking the same thing. I did not realize he was a secret villain and a member of a Cthullu cult. And I also look forward to beating the shit out of him. Yeah, fuck you, Tillinghast. Oh, God. Yeah. Flower, can you imagine? It's like, test willpower 2. If you fail, test agility 2. If you fail, test combat 2. If you fail, Cthullu eats 1 d4. Draw a token from the chaos bag. If you draw a tentacle, it consumes you. You are dead. I would never stop laughing. You all saw me shuffle, right? You all saw me shuffle these things and put them face down. 5 of these are Midnight Masked treacheries, which I can't remember if those are on Wings of Darkness or if they're... Oh, you didn't? Oh, shit. Okay. Well, hell, I'm going to reshuffle them. And weirdly enough, they're going to end up in exactly the same position. That is left of where I start. So that is Tillinghast Esoterica. Trust. All right, done. Okay, my friends. Fucking hell, I'm... Okay, all right. Weirdly enough, as soon... I'm going to keep shuffling these, and weirdly enough, it's actually gonna... It's going to end up in exactly the same place. Yeah, no problem, Grassbeetle. So, I'm just going to quickly do this, and this time it's actually going to be the last location. This one, that's going to be Tillinghast Esoterica, just left of where I started the Miskatonic University. Yeah, killed seems pretty reasonable, and honestly, I'd rather be killed than driven insane. Yeah, in this scenario. All right, my friends. So Marion has been spending a month with horrible dreams in Arkham. No. What fucking magic words? No, I'm not doing it again. Could you please? I'm not doing it again. I've already shuffled. Can you imagine if now because I didn't shuffle again? Okay, fuck. Okay, the magic word was grapevine. Hi, Captain Splooey. I'm really glad you're safe. Fuck, I'll shuffle again. Heard there was some shuffling up here. Fucking hell. You guys are the absolute worst. And I love y'all. Pow. Alright. I've done it. The Mad Lads have done it. I swear to God. Okay. Agenda 1A. The coming storm. The downpour worsens. Well, there's 14 do. As the streets begin to flood, terrifying creatures emerge from the shadows. Creatures that could only have come from Relia. Ugh. Action, resign. You give up your search. Forced. Uh-oh. When doom is placed on this agenda, increase the flood level of the lead investigator's location. Well, that's not good. Okay, we've got our flood tokens. Okay, so every round when I place doom, I'm going to increase the flood level of my location. One day it's going to be worth it, Flower. But first, look at this art. Who is that? Do you see this? Okay, the art on this act is a man cowering and a horrible fish creature trying to attack him, and then some absolute unit, probably Zoe Samaras, coming in with an axe. Blub, blub. Heroin. Act 1A, The Phantom Shop. Conflicting accounts place Tillinghast's Esoterica in locations across Arkham. Action. Investigators at your location spend a clue as a group. Draw the top card beneath your location. Top card? Uh-oh. If it is an asset, take control of it. Oh, no. Wait. Draw... Objective. When the round ends, if an investigator at Tillinghast Esoterica controls at least one artifact asset, investigators may advance. Hint. Oh, sorry, I should have stopped the poll ages ago. We have 3 believers and 3 doubters. Yeah, that would make sense, right, Flower? When the round ends, if an investigator at Tillinghast Esoterica controls at least one artifact asset, the investigators may advance. Recover as many artifacts as possible. The other side. Okay. Got it, Aragorn. I'll just reshuffle these things really quick here. Again, weirdly enough, it's actually going to end up at the exact same location despite my best shuffling efforts. This time I'm going around the outside, round the outside. Please? Grapevine? What's the magic words? Cthullu Patagon? Okay. So we need to find Tillinghast Esoterica and control at least one investigator asset. One artifact asset. A harbor! Oh, I love a harbor. I think Rivertown's where the harbors are, actually. The banks of the Miskatonic River are lined with docks, warehouses, and small shops in a district aptly named Rivertown. So of course she's starting here at the docks. She's like, this is where all the best rumors are. My friends, Marion has undergone so much on her journey to Relia, so much that has warped and twisted her mind, but also awakened in her an incredible power. The power of the Purifier. Perhaps... Purifier? Okay. Perhaps we will be able to use that power to our advantage as we hunt for Tillinghast's Esoterica. I will say, Miskatonic University, I seem to recall, has 4 Shroud or whatever. The fuck, Tom? Exactly. Oh, and we start with John Raymond LeGrasse, which is great. Honestly, I'm thrilled. Oop, did I click 5? I did. Okay. Gret, money. Hey, whoa. Definitely not, well, maybe the first episode of Edge of the Earth? That was a lot of read. We're not going to need a 1-2 punch or ready for anything or a vicious blow to start. I really want Hallowed Mirror 3 in my opening hand. Balls. That's okay. Okay. Gret, money, trusted. Lucky. Your ass is LeGrasse. Incredible. Let's have a look at the Doom of Arkham Part 1. Skulls are minus X. Half the number of locations with no scenario cards beneath them. So that is currently 1. Half of which is 0.5. Rounded up is 1. Skulls are minus 1 currently. Cultist. Minus 3. If this test fails, place a doom on the nearest enemy with no doom on it. Gross. Tablets minus 3. If this test fails, place one of your clues on this location. Really nasty, so I want to spend my clues ASAP. Oh, this scenario has Hunting Shadow. I don't like that. And Elder Things are minus 2. If your location is flooded, reveal another token. I think it counts as... When Doom is placed on this agenda, no, it does not count. Good question, though, Crosshair. It counts as Doom in play, but not... I'm sure there will be a card that's like, move all Doom in play to the agenda, in which case we get flooded immediately and just like, you know. Okay, we start with a Doom on the clock. Marion starts her journey here at Rivertown. My friends... Oh, this is actually kind of annoying, because I need to play 21 or Bust before I play Gret. I can't play Gret and then play 21 or Bust, so I have to... But then I can't play Trusted. I'll play that on another turn. It's fast. It's nice. My friends, we have drawn our opening hand. Theoretically, Graspy Loot, she's a floater. Let us search for Tillinghast Esoterica. Let's make that old man pay. Pay with his fucking life. Let's get doomed. There is something unsettling about the water of the Miskatonic River tonight. It ripples and bubbles as though something is moving beneath the surface. 1 shroud, 1 clue. My first action will be to play some cards. Marion needs to be... Okay. Yeah, that was my thought too, Librarian. Sorry. What's the name of that guy? The librarian's assistant, or the tome keeper, or whatever? Literally none of those. Anyway, chuffed to have you here. Charlie Kane actually was off globetrotting Flower. He hasn't quite kind of done that yet. Yeah, I think it says... Gather all earned artifacts along with the horror and clay and set them aside. So I guess we have to find Tillinghast Esoterica. Okay. So Marion in the very first scenario, one of my very first things that I did was played some cards at Tillinghast Esoterica to try to win some money to go out and knock some heads in. Similarly here, Marion is going to join a game of dice that's being thrown at the docks. She's hoping that some of the sailors, superstitious though they may be, will have some knowledge of what is to come. Now, I can't afford to fail this, so I have to just be careful about what I draw. Skull is 5. So we're playing 21 or bust, and I'm trying to get as close to 21 as possible without busting. That's 10. That's 15. I have to stop, because if I draw a tentacle, I will fail. Do I do that, though? Because if I draw another symbol, I get 20. I'm doing it. I'm doing it again. Fuck. Okay. Well, it is graspy loot, but you do fail if you go over, right? And you get 0 resources, which is bad. And you do get the resources if you're under 18. So, like, you can just play it and you can gain 2. But anyway, I'm going to go again. Push your luck. Push your luck. We're at 16. 21. I wonder if some higher power is on Marion's side tonight. Because she's not looking for home anymore. She's looking for revenge. And revenge is the thing that drives her. This is 21 by my count, my friends. We gain 9 resources. Good job, everybody. We use the reaction to draw a card and play another event from hand. Nope. I will not be doing that. Second action, I'm going to play Gret. Gain a intellect and a combat. Blackjack, baby! And then last action, I'm going to investigate my location. The story here is that along with LaGrasse and Andy and Ruby, Marion feels her luck beginning to turn. As the waters rise and as the... Yeah, Flower, it's really too bad, unfortunately. Yeah, if I could have played Gret, played Trusted into the 21 or bust, that would have been better, obviously, but it is what it is. Uh-oh. Monkey's paw curls. Hang on, let me just save. Let me just save when I'm still happy, okay? As the rain continues to pour, Marion realizes perhaps that's what's been the issue this whole time. She's been trying to stay above water. She's been trying to keep above water. But Gret is crying out for blood and iron and salt and fire to counteract the sweeping waves that are going to overtake the world. So I played an event, I drew a card, I played Gret, and now I'm going to investigate my location at 4-1. It's a success, we get a clue. Okay, it's a good first turn, my friends. Gret, her name is Marion. I'm going to start calling her Gret, though, because I think she's about to be taken over. Marion is... She gets a pretty good lead from one of the sailors. They make the sign of the cross and ward off the evil eye as they point westwards towards the university. Well, I know that that accursed place used to be in Southside, but I could have sworn I heard someone talking about moving buildings, doorways that lead to nowhere, and portals to hell. She doubts that last one, but you never know. No enemies on the board, which means we go to upkeep. And I draw a weakness? It is a weakness! I'll do it myself. Grerarian. Arkham Grerarian. That's the grizzled sailor in the back that she just won a bunch of money off of, by the way. Marion's like, hold on, old man. Don't worry. That place will haunt your dreams no more. And she fucking takes a fucking bar of like a hunk of metal. Sorry, what is this? A hand hook? And she's like, I'm gonna do this myself. I don't need anyone else. As a reminder, I'll do it myself. I have to take a horror in order to play an event, but I can free trigger discard 3 events from my hand to discard I'll do it myself. Now, which 3 of these am I gonna discard? Oof. Big oof. Big oof. I really like Trusted and Lucky and Glimmer. Okay, Glimmer of Hope's going in the bin for sure. I really like Hunter's Mark for the damage. So I think we discard the other 3. But first, of course, we must go to 2 out of 14 Doom. She looks westward towards the university and smiles. This whole time, she's been thinking she's had friends, but she really... It's always been only her, only Marion, defending Annalise, defending Arkham, defending the world. Let's draw an encounter card. Ah! The Young Deep One! Ugh. After the Young Deep One engages you, take a horror. Blah. Put the horror on John Raymond LaGrasse. Ah, your ass is LaGrasse. Oh, the Deep Ones. Boo. All right. 3/3. Holy fuck, I'm fucked. Oh my god. Preys on the lowest combat, Hunter. And it has a... Oh my god, they engaged the forced effect. Well, we need to defeat this guy. If I defeat it at a location with a clue, I can use Gret. I mean, it's humanoid. It's human-ish. Marion starts to stride towards the western part of the city when she feels something tugging at her boot. Looking down, she sees with horror a hand, and behind it, a whole creature rising out of the depths. She says, "Stand back! I'll deal with it!" All right. Free trigger. I need to discard. I'll do it myself. So I will get rid of Trusted, Lucky, and the Glimmer of Hope, which I'll leave here as a reminder that I can pick it up. Fast. I'm going to attach Hunter's Mark to it, which draws me a card. Allows me to play another event, but it's just a Lucky. And I think I'm going to kick this thing's ass. Let's think about this. Move, attack would be pretty good. And I could get a clue at another location. I mean, we are heading westward, right? Yeah, LaGrasse gives us... Kick its ass! Get it! Get this fucking thing! Get this fucking thing out of my goddamn city! So I get +1 skill value when fighting Deep Ones. So, that'll be 6 combat. 7 with the Hunter's Mark! That's pretty fucking good. I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna move, provoking an attack of opportunity, which I will put on John Raymond LaGrasse. I'll put the horror on Gret, actually. I'll put the damage on John Raymond LaGrasse. Let's have a look here as the thing crawls along the ground in a horrible approximation of some sort of baby's crawl. Marion swings her her hand hook at it, trying to drive it back. Miskatonic University is one of the most prestigious colleges in the Northeast, and now the... Oh, thank you. I did not flower. Thank you very much. When Doom is placed on this agenda, increase the flood level of the lead investigator's location. Well, I was there, so that's there. The university is famous for its collection of occult books, maintained by the esteemed Dr. Henry Armitage, who I think is alive and well in the Doomed verse. Zoe didn't survive, but I think he did. 4 Shroud, 2 clues, victory 1, action, search the top 6 cards of your deck for a tome or spell. The campus is quiet and lonely. Several of the buildings have been left unlocked for students and faculty working late into the night. Marion is, of course, ready to... maybe quiet for now, but the grunts as Marion runs along, dragging her hook behind her as the creature crawls after her. She's hoping to take it by surprise as she rounds a corner, doubles back, and land the hook in her head. Or its head, rather. Second action, I'm going to fight. I have 5 combat with Gret, 6 with LaGrasse, 7 because I've marked it with the Hunter's Mark of Gret Wagner. Tablet -3, it's a success. We put a damage on this fucking thing. Final action, we attack again. 7-3. It's a success. I discard Hunter's Mark to deal an additional damage. And we absolutely burn this Deep One to the ground. Exhaust Gret, deal a damage, get a clue. Okay. I'm not mad at how this is going. I mean, I don't like how much I've burned. Like, Hunter's Mark is not good to go early, but I'm hoping I can still get my soothing melody out. Marion leaps off of a trash can, spinning around and landing the hook directly in the center of the brain of this thing. And it twitches and then ceases to move. There's going to be a hell of a lot more of these things. You have to clear... let's find out, Flower. Action. Spend a clue. Draw the top card beneath your location. If it's an asset, take control of it. So I am out of actions this round, but no, you don't even have to clear the location, which is great, because old Miskatonic University, you know. Oof. Okay, there are no ready enemies, so we go to upkeep. I draw a take the initiative. I have taken the initiative, and I'm planning to do it all myself. We're going to kill, we're going to purify, and we're going to find that goddamn shop and stop this thing from getting any bigger. We go to 3 doom, and I flood my location. The waters slosh down. They continue to pour around Marion. The university's starting to look a mite like the docks. We draw an encounter card. I swear to God. Okay, not an enemy. Your maximum hand size is reduced by 3. I remember this. So back in the very first scenario, the tragic one that I should have been able to succeed at but couldn't because of, you know, how the scenario was made and stuff, and my work. We were drawn to darkness quite early, I seem to recall. Marion continues to be drawn to the darkness. Your maximum hand size is reduced by 3. I can discard it if I have no cards in hand at the end of my turn, which seems unlikely, but we'll see how it kind of goes. Despite the rain pouring down around her, Marion must continue to delve deeper. Yeah, but I mean, it's still not nice, right? I do appreciate they do have like limits on these things now. I feel like back in the old days they would have forgotten to write limit 1 per investigator, and you just stack these up forever. Let us first action. I don't have any events to play, so I'm going to spend a clue and draw the top card beneath my location. It's probably a treachery. I'm not excited about it, but you know, we'll do what we can. Marion hunts through the quad, hunts down every alley around every corner at the Miskatonic University. She has a feeling that at least even if Tillinghast Esoterica is no longer here, it would have been at one point to gain access to the strange magics that are present here on the university. A shadowy figure follows you in the rain. When you look at it, your head pounds in agony, and your vision blurs. Spend a clue or take 2 damage. We are taking not 2 damage. We're spending the clue. Right away, for sure. Okay. I do have a lucky. God damn it. Well, maybe I should start heading back to where our good friend Flower of August said it was. Oh, but Graspy Loot thought St. Mary's. So I have more chance of going along the top here, because there's 3 locations, 3 things compared to the 2. Let's continue on. I need more clues now. And I'm not going to get them. Yeah, I think so, Flower. Let's have a look as we head down to St. Mary's. Tragically, Marion's journey must continue, for if that sailor was telling the truth, and she has no reason to doubt him, if the Esoterica was here at one point, it's now gone. Perhaps it slurped up all of the magic that it needed and has moved along. Arkham's only hospital, St. Mary's, has a 24-hour receiving room and is busy at all hours of the night. Dr. Mortimer and Nurse Sharon have been particularly stressed lately, thanks in part to recent events. An extended stay at St. Mary's can do wonders for the body, but its effect on one's psyche is unclear. 2 shroud, 1 clue, action heal 3 damage once per game, right away. Really good. Marion as the flooding continues. The hospital is still open and working, but she can see that it's getting harder and harder to make its way to the doors. She can see water beginning to rise inside the hospital itself. She storms inside, someone looking at her before going, "Are you in distress, ma'am?" And she shakes her head, "Just looking for someone." And they nod. She continues down the hall, grabs some painkillers off of a nearby shelf and thinks, I could use those later, but we'll use them now. And she just fucking slams it back. Upkeep. There are no ready enemies, so we're at the hospital and we upkeep into another weakness. I think Flower was correct. After an enemy engages you, place a doom on parasitic transformation. Well, I hate that. That's a double action discard right away. Oh, I don't like that at all. After gulping down several of the strange pills, she can feel something crawling beneath her skin. It must just be the pills working, she thinks to herself. Looking down, she feels like she catches sight of a lump traveling up her arm and then disappearing. Surely that was just a trick of the light. We go to 4 doom. The rain follows Marion as we partially flood the hospital. And we draw an encounter card. Not an enemy? Not an enemy! Okay.
Be careful out there. We have no idea what's working in the shadows.
Hey. Put Deep 1 ambush into play in your threat area. Ugh! After a Deep 1 enemy engages you, it attacks you, and then discard it. Fucking gross, dude. Okay, so this is just after a Deep 1 engages you, it attacks you. Yeah, it means more enemy later. No, Flower. Arkham Librarian confirmed as well. There is no forced effect anywhere that has to do with drowning. Now, I don't know this for a fact. My guess is the map is going to stay as flooded as it currently is between scenarios. So next scenario, there'll be a drowning clause. Correct, Crosshair. Now, do we risk it? Or do we just get rid of at least part of that combo of garbage? I think we get rid of part of the combo of garbage. We discard Parasitic Transformation. Get it out of here. Marion continues to swallow pill after pill. Her vision blurs at the edges as she starts to see strange creatures everywhere. But she is searching for another, well, not another enemy, but another way out, basically. Searching for the Esoterica. Perhaps it's here at the hospital. I'm going to investigate my location. I have 4 intellect. And a lucky. So I'm going to go fortitude. Well, that's not very nice. I'll be lucky. I'm not. That's not very nice. I'll draw a card and play another event from hand. Dynamite Blast! Yeet! Just blow it up. Blow up the city. It's not worth it. Okay. We get the clue. Oh, I can play another event from hand. Not from hand. I can play a Glimmer of Hope and return it to my hand. Yes, thank you, Graspy Loot. I had 9. I spent 1 for Lucky. I spent 1 for the Glimmer. Okay. Okay. We have a clue. Annoyingly, if this is also Hunting Shadow, then I'm going to have to spend another clue, but I don't have it. No, I can just take 2 damage this time. Okay. Marion's vision continues to darken, but she can feel a sharpness enter her mind as she continues to prowl from hall to hall, searching for anyone who might have seen the Esoterica or the man that she must destroy. There are no enemies, so we go to upkeep. And I've had worse. Yo, hitting that 21 was pretty nice, guys. I got money for days. We go to 5 Doom, and we fully flood our location, as the bottom floor is now basically underwater. The basement. The basement is now fully underwater. There's water sloshing in on the main level as well. And we draw an encounter card. This is going to hurt. Oh, still not an enemy. Test Willpower 3. If you fail, take 1 direct horror and discard a card at random from your hand. Okay. It gets +2 difficulty if you have 3 or fewer cards in hand. Shh, Flower, they don't need to know that. I am the problem, but also the solution. Don't worry. Marion's got this, guys. If I commit take the initiative, I'll be down to 3 cards. So I either go 5 to 5 or 2 to 3. And I'd rather have a... I could do... Well, actually, hang on. I could commit the take the initiative and the glimmer of hope. And I would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd be 7 to 5? Do I care about discarding a card? Yeah, I totally do, actually. I don't want to get rid of I've Had Worse. So I'm going to commit the take the initiative and the glimmer of hope. What is this? Tortured Visions? Obviously, Marion's time spent among the fairies in Relia has absolutely warped her mind. She now sees sort of like cables stretching from machines and like stethoscopes around necks. She sees them as strange tentacles. She gulps and tries to push through the pain. That was a really crazy... Sorry, there's an optical illusion here, or it looks like it to me. Her eyes are closed, but when you kind of look quickly and look away, they could almost be open. It's like a really creepy optical illusion, I find. So I am going to test 7 to 5 against this. Pass. Hell yeah. It's a lot of resources to commit. But we've taken the initiative. Okay. This is good, guys. This is very good. Oh. I've had worse. This is good. Okay. First action, we spend the clue and we look under our location. Right? Is that how this works? Draw the top card beneath your location. Marion continues to hunt from hall to hall and finds nothing. If you have no clues, false lead gains surge. Well, shit. All right. Oh, surge! Sucks. Surge says draw from the encountered deck, yeah. Oh, that's totally fine. Grasp, this is fine because I'm already... Joke's on you, Cthullu. I'm already drawn to darkness. Limit 1 per investigator. We discard it. We lose nothing. The lights suddenly go out across the hospital as electricity ceases. Some generator somewhere fails. And Marion thinks to herself, okay, time to get moving. It's not here. Where could it possibly be? And I'm going to move on to South Side, second action. Middle-class houses with gambrel roofs crowd together beneath the streets of Southside. The neighborhood is known for its cultural and social landmarks such as South Church, Ma's Boarding House, and the Historical Society. Marion thinks to herself, wait a minute. Why would the esoterica be squeezed in amongst the, wards at the hospital or sections of the Orne Library? Surely it would be hidden amongst the cramped streets of Southside, near perhaps Ma's boarding house even. It's a good question, Crosshair. Who's at the window? That's Ma herself. Southside. The Georgian manor housing the Historical Society is well known for its private library, where local records, maps, and artifacts from Arkham's past hints at secrets better left alone. 3 shroud, 1 clue. We need clues. We really need clues. But I don't like my odds of getting the... Dresser, I hardly know her. If I draw 3 cards, then in upkeep, I will be over my maximum hand size. What are the odds of drawing a weakness here, guys? Well, I've lost 2 of my 4 weaknesses, I think, so far, right? My signature, parasitic transformation. I've still got a 13th vision and a lurker in darkness. What I'm thinking is I don't really want to... Thank you, Astro Boy, right away! I don't disagree, Flower. That would be quite challenging. You bet, Crosshair. We need the clue, and I'm only one up, so I kind of want to draw an enemy here to defeat it with Gret. Obviously, the deep one is not useful. So I think I'm going to be a little risky and draw 3 cards. Marion takes the time to stop in back at home, Ma's boarding house, curses her luck again, curses that damned Tillinghast, curses the fact that he has ruined her life, and vows vengeance again. Draw 3? Okay. Okay, tragically, a bunch of shit that I actually don't want to get rid of. This is another copy of Gret, Andy, who I actually can't play because my ally slot is full, and a Galvanize. Oh, shit. I could Galvanize Gret. It's pretty sick. Okay. Re-out of music? Yes. Yes! All right. My friends. With that, Marion looks out and continues to see the water pouring down across Arkham. Oh, sorry, we upkeep first, and then I will flood my location. No enemies, so we upkeep into a True Awakening. My maximum hand size is reduced by 3, so I must discard something, and I can't see myself discarding Gret, True Awakening, I've Had Worse, or Dynamite Blast. Andy has 2 intellect icons. I think we need to get rid of the Galvanize. Because if I don't draw an enemy, I need to investigate. So I'm going to discard Galvanize and be a little sad. We go to 6 Doom. Southside continues to flood. Arkham continues to flood. Marion looks longingly back at her bed, longingly at the now empty bowl of endless stew that she was eating, and thinks, well, when this is all over, maybe I can just get a good night's rest for once. And we draw an encounter card. It's an enemy. That's this. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Oh, okay. This is one of the first enemies that Marion ever defeated. Aurelia. 3/4/4. A hunter with Retaliate. Each other deep one gains Relentless. After deep one engages you, heal a damage from each other deep one in play. Okay, well, after the enemy engages you, it attacks you and then discard ambush. So I will take 2 damage. Let's understand what's happening here. Marion turns back towards her door and sees a shadow cast against the wall just in front. And she thinks, well, maybe that's one of the other boarders. She calls out, hey, we should probably be evacuating or at least getting to higher ground. No move. She steps towards the door. The floorboards creak, and suddenly the door explodes inwards as a massive beast leaps towards her, claws, teeth, horrible dead fish eyes staring. I need to defeat this guy. Fucking stat, dude. Oh, I could... It engaged me during the enemy phase, so actually if I play I've Had Worse, I can't use my reaction, so I'm not going to do that. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Rough. Can I play Dynamite Blast into I've Had Worse? Hang on, I have a rules question. As I come back into the investigation phase, and Marion squares off against a beast that has leapt through her door and is now attempting to destroy her and her room at Ma's boarding house. Dynamite Blast says, fast, play during any player window, free trigger window. Choose either your location or connecting location. Deal 3 damage to each enemy and each investigator. I've Had Worse says, play when you are dealt damage and or horror, cancel up to 2 of it. Yeah, but, Flower, then I still get my reaction, right? After you play an event during your turn, draw a card. As in, just to be clear, I play Dynamite Blast, I immediately play I've Had Worse, and then I still get the reaction trigger to draw a card and play an event. That's how I would see that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, great. Okay, well then, oh, hold on, motherfucker. Now, in a really good movie, we wouldn't be aware of this, but of course this isn't a really good movie. This is Marion's life. Marion was prepped for this. She pulls out the old wartime grenade from beneath her bed, like a box under her bed, basically. She like leaps back, reaches down, pulls the pin out of the grenade, and just tosses it at the creature. Yeah, I feel like it'll be better after the dynamite finishes. Okay, that's what I thought too, Flower. I think it's going to be better after, because I want to resolve all of this, because I might pull an event to, like, fight again or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fast. 3 damage. I take 3 damage. I cancel 2 of it with I've Had Worse and gain 2 resources. All fast, all happening at the same time. Marion covers her eyes and leaps backward. An incredible blast blows through the building once again. She prays that everyone else is out of Ma's boarding house, and she doesn't even want to consider. If she was of sane mind right now, she wouldn't even want to consider how she's going to pay off her debt now that she's basically destroyed half of Ma's boarding house. Oh, Crosshair, welcome back. You're going to love this, Crosshair. So I was immediately attacked by an Elder Deep One burst through the door of the bedroom at Ma's boarding house where Marion is staying. She leapt backwards, found a grenade under her bed. I've already played it and played all the resources and stuff, so I'm not going to do that again. But she's had worse, so I cancel. So the dynamite blast does 3 damage to it, 3 damage to me. I cancel 2 of it, gain some money. Reaction, draw a card, play another event from your hand. Or play another event. The event is going to be True Awakening. Draw 2 cards, heal a damage, heal a horror. I think we're just burning the deck here, yeah? Draw 2 cards. Heal a damage. Perfect. All actionless. The creature is scorched, hurt, screeching even, but it is not yet dead. Marion turns to see some of the walls falling apart, grabs a brick, and leaps onto the creature and just bashes its brain in. A hunter with retaliate, eh? So I have 4, 5 combat with Gret, 6 because of John Raymond LaGrasse. And I'm fighting at 6-3. Are there any -4s in the bag? -2 rolling. I think I have to commit to this test. I think we commit the Glimmer of Hope, because I can get them back. I definitely don't commit the Gret, that's for sure. Determined will take me up 2. I think we commit the Glimmer. It's only +1, but I'm hoping 7-3 is enough. Crunch. The brick slams down onto the creature's head, and its dead eyes go even deader. Oh, yeah, true, Crosshair, true. Creature dies. We take a damage on Gret and exhaust her to get a clue at my location. Marion blinks and comes up for air as she realizes what she's done. She set off an explosive in Ma's boarding house, but the creature's corpse lying at her feet can't you take the one of the university instead? Oh, it is my location or a connecting location. Shit, Flower thing. I didn't know that. What the hell? What the hell? Gret level 3, so good. Thank you very much, Flower. Yeah, exactly. There's an old lady down on the ground floor who's just knitting, and she's like, "What's that? I think I felt a gentle breeze." There's like water around her feet. There's a fucking grenade going off upstairs. People will understand what she had to do when they see the scale and scope of the creatures that are now attacking Arkham and the people within. Let's try to get the clue on my location as well, so that we have an extra clue. I'm going to investigate again. 4 to 3, and I'll commit Andy to go to 6. Yeah. -2, reveal another. Oh! Okay. No, none of that. Got the clue. Oh, God. Crosshair. Oh, you're so not wrong, dude. If we end up getting destroyed by... So, do you know at the end of Brazil, it's like, you know, they escape or whatever, and then it just zooms out, and it's just playing inside his own head as he, like, sits in that horrible machine? Finally! Flower, why did I wait so long? Last action, I'm going to spend a clue and draw the card beneath Southside. Marion gulps down her nerves, steps gingerly over the body of the creature lying on the floor of what was once her room, and starts to head outside. What will she find? Ah, hunting shadow. Well, I'll spend the clue rather than take the damage. Is that smart? Yeah. Yeah, because I can use look what I found to like grab clues off a couple locations, so I'll head up to Easttown, I guess. I can't afford to take any more damage. I can't take any more scares. Marion. Out of the corner of her eye, a humanoid figure rushes towards her, and Marion whips around with her hand hook in time to see a police officer just like, whoa! You know, like, oh, ma'am, are you all right? We're asking people to find shelter at higher ground. She just nods, and she nods back towards the docks, and she's like, yeah, I'm headed to Easttown, don't worry. And he's like, oh, ma'am, I don't think Easttown is... And then she's already gone. No enemies, so we go to Upkeep, where I draw the other Determined. I have no events to use it on, but that's okay. I place Doom on the agenda, so I flood my location. Southside is now fully flooded. Marion's looking still for that horrible monster who definitely, she knows Tillinghast has to be here in Arkham because there's just no way that he's not still here in Arkham. He must have found his way here. Or he must have remained here because clearly he's summoning these creatures, this rain, the Relia is rising and is coming to take Arkham. We draw an encounter card. Cthullu Patagon. Yuck. Test Combat 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 horror or deal a direct damage to an investigator at your location. Well, I'm testing 5 to 3. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. I fail. That's fine. Because I either take 2 horror or a direct damage. A strange sound reaches her ears as she looks towards Easttown, and she realizes that it is not the sounds of sirens or the sounds of people laughing or crying or running or screaming. It is the sounds of chanting. Her eyes flare. Her nostrils flare. Her eyes harden. She clenches her fist and begins to march towards the sound. Whoever is chanting is trying to summon Dread Cthulhu, even if she doesn't understand what that means. Nothing good ever came of chanting, she thinks to herself. So I took a direct damage. I think I'm going to be moving a lot this turn. I'm going to move 1, 2 to Easttown, and then I think I'm going to continue to downtown so that I could... Look what I found? I don't actually want to do that, do I? Well, what else am I going to do? Investigate. Let's move there first. So we move through Rivertown to Easttown. Easttown says, the Easttown neighborhood, situated on the northern banks of the Miskatonic River, contains lower-class housing, the Arkham Police Station, and popular eateries, like Velma's Diner. 2 Shroud, 1 Clue. While you're in Easttown, reduced the cost Reduce the cost of each ally you play by 2. Now, that would be nice. I could play over Gret with a new Gret. It's actually not crazy. I could, like, refresh Gret. I've moved twice. It's kind of a quote-unquote waste, I guess, but, like, I'd rather have more soak. I think I'm going to do it. She only costs 3 resources to play here. Wait, hang on. Gret is unique. Can I play over Gret with another Gret? Oh, shit. Actually, I'm not sure I'm allowed to do that. Checking the rules real quick. Unique cards. Someone will be saying this in the chat while I'm already looking at this. A player cannot bring into play a unique card if a copy of it is already in play. Great, boom. Well, F my drag, right? Alright, well I have 4 intellect. I could investigate and try to get this clue, which I think I will do, actually. Sorry, I still have 3 resources. Yeah, it is a bit weird, but I guess it specifically, it means that, like, no one else can play Gret because she's unique. But it also means I can't play Gret over my own Gret. Flower, please. Didn't know I needed the compliments. Marion skulks through the alleys, hunting for Tillinghast esoterica. She interrogates passing bystanders. She interrogates passing strangers as they head towards higher ground. Some people leaving the city in their motor cars. I'm just going to investigate. 4 to 2? There's no doom and I have no clues, so there's nothing that bad that can happen. -2. And my location is not flooded, so I will not reveal another token, thank you very much. I will just take the clue. Okay. No enemies. We go to upkeep. We draw the hallowed mirror. Level 3. Will I have a chance to play it? We go to 8 Doom, Easttown. The rain is still pouring over Easttown, but she can see the sewers are getting backed up everywhere. There is not adequate drainage in the streets. I mean, there never really was. She silently curses Charlie Kane for not implementing it sooner, and then realizes it doesn't really matter if he did. This is far from natural rain. No regrets. Hey, there you go. We go to 8 Doom, and we draw an encounter card. The Dreams of Relia. This is actually the one I was most worried about. You get -1 willpower and -1 sanity. Now that means I have 5 sanity instead of 6, so I am 2 away from dying. No, whoa. Oh, sorry. Yes, it could kill you. Thankfully, I don't have that much horror on me, and I'm about to have a hell of a lot less, which I really am happy about. Oh my god, okay. This is good, guys. Marion blinks away some rain, stalks towards another street corner, trying to find the esoterica. And then suddenly a dream is upon her, those glowing eyes staring down at her from above, but she is far below, sinking ever deeper. I don't like -1 willpower. That sucks balls. My first action is going to be to play the Hallowed Mirror. Hang on. Do I want to look at my location first? No, I want to play the Hallowed Mirror first. Search your bonded cards for 3 copies of Soothing Melody. 1 goes in hand, 2 go in the deck. Now, as a reminder, this is the upgraded Hallowed Mirror. She starts to hum that strange music to herself, the one she's been hearing throughout Relia. The dreams might carry with them the horror of drowning in that horrible deep place beneath that strange alien creature that seeks to destroy all of humanity, but it also contains that beautiful, mysterious music. She passes the shop that she saw way back when, before she ever went to Relia, before she ever dreamt of the depths, and she sees that strange mirror glinting at her from inside. She's drawn to it. She smashes the window, strides inside, wipes away some grime, and looks at herself. Marion does not see herself. She sees another woman staring back at her. A woman dressed in strange garb, hundreds of years old, a coat, a belt, fiery red hair. They even kind of, they kind of look similar, right? She kind of looks like Gret. A horrible grimace on her face, and a passion in her eyes. That is who she sees reflected in the hallowed mirror. Second action, I'm going to play a copy of Soothing Melody. I should have said, as a reminder. Hallowed Mirror 3 now says, when you play a copy of Soothing Melody, either change a 2 to a 3, so you can heal 3 damage or horror, or shuffle it into your deck instead of discarding it. So I will resolve the effect first, which is heal a damage and a horror. I'm actually going to heal 2 horror. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to shuffle it into my deck. Oh my god. Guardian reaction, draw a card, play another event from hand. It's another fucking Soothing Melody. Heal 2 damage. Draw a card, shuffle it into your deck. It's the other Soothing Melody? Guys, I did shuffle, right? Yeah, I did, because there was a Vicious Blow in between. Okay, well now I've got too many cards in hand. I shouldn't have played all those. Oh my god. Oh, the Hallowed Mirror, like seeing her own visage in front of her, her old self, the Gret Wagner that was her once. She is filled with a beautiful light, a calm sense of purpose. Oh, hang on. I can heal off of allies too, right? Oh, beautiful. Do I just heal off of my allies as well? I need to, like, play cards. No, we have to get moving on the agenda. So yeah, so next turn I'll play off of Soothing Melody if I have to. What if it's an... Oh, sorry, Flower. I didn't realize there was another verse here. I'll read it in the meantime. Protect the falling embers in this harsh and hostile storm. I treasure every glimmer. I am desperate to keep warm. Protect this broken vessel that is keeping me afloat. I count out every measure till I reach the final note. The waters show the harvester the nature of his crimes. A hunter on the run, that's Marion, my terrain has called my time. Final tears come pouring, there's no way I'll win the fight. This poor old whaler's lantern truly is the final light. So, Captain Splooey, throughout this campaign so far, Marion's been hearing this strange music, and it's filled her with this sense of, like, calm and relief. She's been kind of chasing it. She doesn't know where it comes from. But now that we're back in Arkham, we see that strange mirror again that we saw way back when, and she finally looks at herself and can see who she is meant to be. And knowing that it is who she is meant to be fills her with a sense of, purpose and beauty and light. Whaler's Lantern. I love it, Flower. Last action. I'm going to do it. I'm going to... do I want to set up or do I want to spend the clue? I need to just find this place, man. Because what if it's... I would need artifacts, though. Because what am I going to do instead, right? Play another Soothing Melody? Crazy town. Let's do it. No. Flower says I'm at the right place. The melodies soothe, and when she turns around... Fucking hell, false lead. Oh, it gained Surge. Okay, well, I'm at the right place for this false lead. Huh. Tortured visions. Well, that's not good. It gets... Okay, so it's test willpower 3. I only have willpower 1, so I'm probably failing this. Take a direct horror, discard a card at random from your hand. Yeah. Well, so that's it, Crosshair. There is a rule in the game, and this is important to note for me, in this deck, I mean. You cannot shuffle a card back into an empty deck. This is specifically to prevent the abuse of certain, strategies in this game. There are ways of getting around that, where you shuffle a card into 2 cards, or 1 other card, or whatever, and then you draw 2, you know what I mean? Like, there's a way of getting around it. But yes, so I can't play a Soothing Melody. Actually, if you play a Soothing Melody, you would draw a card anyway. So if I had one card left in my deck, played a Soothing Melody, I would draw it, and then I would be unable to shuffle it back in. But for now, we are at a point where I could just kind of keep going. Turning back to the streets, she is filled with a renewed sense of purpose. Exactly, Crosshair. She is filled with a renewed sense of purpose, but also, as she turns back to the city and sees nothing but storm clouds, rain, smog, a lightning flash lights up the sky, and she sees not the moon, not the hills around Arkham, but a massive towering presence, however briefly. A small green mountain, tattered wings, massive octopus-like face. I have to test willpower 3. Yeah, let's go ahead and fail this test. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh baby. I had to. Oh, skulls are way worse now. Half the number of locations with no scenario cards beneath them rounded up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rounded up is 3. Ugh. Oh, look at all these -3s. Yuck. Okay, so definitely we fail. The tortured visions deal me a direct horror and discard a card at random from my hand. It's determined. This is awful. That was my last action. No enemies, so I upkeep. Oh, an emergency cache. How lovely. Do I need to take a break before we continue? I think so. We go to 9 Doom. We fully flood East Town. We are still looking for that fucking esoterica, man. It's got to be further into the town. Let me draw on it. Oh, sorry. Before I look at that, draw into darkness. I forgot. Your maximum hand size is reduced by 3, so when I drew a card in upkeep, I would have had to discard a card, and I will discard the emergency cache. Now, peril. You must decide. Place a doom on the agenda. This effect can cause it to advance. Can I note the art here? That little pink thing, like within one of his tentacles, is a person. That's a woman in a dress. This is how big this fucking thing is, okay, guys? Lose an action, place a doom, or discard 2 cards from hand. Well, that's not really much of a choice. I don't want to lose an action or a whole round, so I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 cards from hand. Determined. Look what I found. Oh, that feels terrible. No, that's fine. That's fine. I think that's okay. Domination. What she saw in the clouds was, of course, Dread Cthullu coming to destroy Arkham. We move back to the investigation phase. I know I have to keep going and find Tillinghast Esoterica, but I also need to use the washroom. So we're going to take another quick break. See you right back. Marion has managed to find some luck and destroyed some enemies. But is she running out of time? We'll see you back momentarily on Doomed. Oh, hello! Welcome back to Doomed, solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Marion Tavares. Trawler. Drifter. Warrior? Survivor? The newest incarnation of the person, the title known as the Purifier, destined to cleanse the world of beasts, monsters, and other things. Welcome back, Crosshair. I'll just sum up where we're at right now. Flower mentioning here, cycling lantern isn't as cool as doing it with Wendy. Easy mark. You do need actions, it's true. Don't need actions if you're playing events actionlessly. What up? Okay. So Marion has managed to destroy a few beasts here in Arkham. She killed a deep one that came out of the dock, or came out near the docks in Rivertown, and then the one that leapt through her door in Ma's boarding house, she blew it up with a grenade and crunched its head with a brick. She's moved on to Easttown. She is still drawn to darkness. She still has the dreams of Relia, which is a little scary, to be honest. But we're safe for now, I think. We'll see. Oh, yeah, Crosshair. Oh, yeah, he says. Sorry. Crosshair is talking about pre-made barbecue chicken pizza. Oh, please. Yes, it would, wouldn't it, Flower? We have not yet found Tillinghast Esoterica, so the journey continues. Marion trudges towards downtown, rain continuing to pour. The downtown area of Arkham is filled with government buildings, including City Hall, the First Bank of Arkham, Independence Square, and Arkham Asylum can also be found in this area. It is the busiest district in the city. Did I say carrot? Do you barbecue the carrots or the pizza? Oh, this should have a clue on it. It's weird. I wonder why it doesn't. Downtown is 3 shroud, 1 clue. Action, gain 3 resources once per game. Well, so this is interesting, Flower. Technically not, because it's not in Gotham. But do we think that do we believe that DC Comics probably ripped H.P. Lovecraft and the Arkham Asylum for Arkham, Massachusetts? Yeah, for sure. Oh, you did. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, sorry, Crosshair. Thought I did. Okay, well, I definitely want the clue. I think I'm gonna... Oh, shit, I discarded Look What I Found. Shit. Now, why would I do that? Oh, thank you, Crosshair. Oh, it's this track. Diss track. Thank you very much. All right. That should be better. No enemies to defeat with Gret. Well, Flower, technically both. It's I'll let Crosshair explain, but it's a CCW, a Crosshair creation word, you know? Is that fair to say, Crosshair? Okay. I could heal again with Soothing Melody, which would let me, like, pull glimmers back to my hand, or maybe play another one. I don't have an event for clues. So I think I should play... Chimkin is like spurgirders. It's a real word, but the Crosshairs decided that it should be spelt and pronounced a different way. I think... Is that fair? I gotcha. Okay. All right. 3 shroud. I need the clue here. Oh, Emat balls. Oh, who's... who's Emat? Okay. We want to play events this turn for sure. I think I want to do it first just in case I draw Lurker. I will soothe horror on me and damage on me. I will draw a card. I will shuffle it back into my deck. Hang on. Yeah. Shuffle it into your deck instead of discarding it. And I will use my reaction to draw a card and play another event. I think I want the glimmers back, because I can commit them to this test. Glimmer can be played from your discard pile, and you can return it to your hand. Protect the final embers. It's the only warmth that's left. The time has come to pay up for a lifetime full of theft. Oh, how dare you, Flower? Protect this broken vessel till the waters take it whole. I count every fading spark until I play the toll. Huh. Yes, Amadeus Arkham. Yes, so that makes sense to me. But Arkham, Massachusetts, I mean, sorry, crazy question. Is it not a real place? Is it entirely fictional? Because there's probably not a place in the real town of Arkham, Massachusetts called Arkham Asylum. But maybe I'm crazy. Guys, am I insane? Last action, we're going to try to get this clue. I need it. That's it. That's it. That's the that's the tweet. I have 4 intellect, 3 shroud. Let's commit Gret, which will take me up to 7. Well, shit. God, you learn something new every day. Because I don't think H.P. Lovecraft ever actually mentions it. He just like, it's synonymous now. Why is it synonymous though? Huh. All right. 7, 3 up takes me, 4 up. No, I'm at 6. 6 to 3. I'm 3 up. That's pretty good. Let's get this clue. Tablet, -3 if this test fails. We're good. We get the clue. Whoa, we don't get all of downtown. Okay. Annoyingly, I still have cards in hand, so I'll probably end up discarding a Glimmer. No enemies. We upkeep. A sweeping kick. I still am drawn to darkness, so I must discard a card. I will discard a Glimmer of Hope. Oh, interesting. After it appeared in his short story, The Picture in the House, which I've never heard of, and later became a recurring location. So I am currently listening to on audiobook and reading the complete works of H.P. Lovecraft, because I have not. I find it fascinating. Of course, the first one was The Call of Cthulhu, so all of this is very familiar to me. But I look forward to getting there. Okay, so we moved in, we played a soothing melody and healed some stuff. We got a Glimmer of Hope, and then we got a clue. We place a doom on the agenda. I've done my upkeep. I'm scared. Arkham continues to flood. We're at 10 out of 14 doom. Boo! I gotta resign! Because I need to find Tillinghast Esoterica and an artifact. We go to 10 out of 14 doom. Rain continues to pour down in sheets on the city of Arkham. And Marion realizes it will never end. The creatures from Relia, whatever they are, whatever powers they hold, who knows if this is some sort of wizard spell or something that is created, in fact, by the presence of Great Cthulhu itself. But she knows that this town will simply drown. Oh, Crosshair, they love it. They better. Yeah, definitely true, Flower. It's also made it more scary in the, like... He has a lot of... He has... Sorry, this is not a hot take. This is a like fridged, like freezered, ice cold take. H.P. Lovecraft has some opinions that even for his time are he has certain opinions about race that even for the time in which he expressed them were a little extreme. I think a lot of people did and do have both ingrained and outward, racist sort of like thoughts or opinions, and his seemed to be either so deeply ingrained or so important to him to express that they formed the backbone of a majority of his fiction. Which is, yeah, they're... Aragorn coming in hot. Oh no! Oh no! Ugh, an infected star spawn. Well, that's not great. Screaming out of the sky. It's an infected star spawn. Ooh. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Hunter, relentless, preys on me. The first time this enemy would be defeated, heal all damage from it and ready it. Well, that's really annoying. Are you kidding me? When you reveal an Elder Thing token while fighting or evading it, take a horror. We got some killing to do, boys. Sorry. B-O-I-S. Gender neutral. Boys? 2, 3, 4. Yep, exactly. 2, 6, 4, and I'm going to be taking some horror from it for sure. Let's see how much. Although, Sweeping Kick automatically evades the attacked enemy. I don't hate that. Because if I get there when we get... Oh, shit! Actually, I also have a 1-2 punch and a vicious blow. Guys. Big brain play here. It's all coming together. A horrible rasping sound in front of Marion as she looks up, and a creature on the roof basically buckling the roof under its weight as it leaps down and lands in front of her. This horrible wheezing thing seems to be infected perhaps by the smog of Arkham, perhaps by the smog of industry, perhaps simply because it cannot survive outside of Relia. Her heart sings with the opportunity to send another creature back to the grave. Yes, correct, Crosshair. That would make sense because it would be dead, and then you wouldn't be able to, and then it would respawn. Oh, hi, Graspy Loot. Yeah, we're still alive. I've only got 2 locations left to check. Dreams of Relia have me on 5 sanity. A little scary. And I've just drawn an elite star spawn, but I'm about to kick its ass. Now the question is, do I move to get the clue off of Northside for free with Gret? Here's my thought. 1-2 punch technically could do 3 damage. Sweeping Kick Vicious Blow also does 3 damage. The star spawn, the infected star spawn, the first time this enemy would be defeated, heal all damage from it and ready it. So, it feels like maybe a waste of fight events. Yeah, no, actually way better. I'm not gonna it does have victory. Do I care? Do I care about victory points? I have 1 victory on the board. Maybe another one. I'm trying to think if I want to defeat this creature or not. If I evade it with Sweeping Kick, I can kind of move on and look for Tillinghast Esoterica. But I should probably try to defeat the creature, right? Yes. True. Also probably true, Flower, yeah. So you're right. And also, let's be real. Marion doesn't want this thing to be alive. She doesn't want to just avoid it. She wants to purify it. Unclear, Graspy Loot. I'm going to assume we can't, but it feels weird to me that there would be things with victory on them, although it goes in the victory display. Let's kick its ass. I'm going to play 1-2 punch. So, I'm John Raymond Legrasse gives me +1 skill value when fighting deep ones or star spawns. So I am fighting 5 combat with Gret, 6 with John, 7 with 1-2 punch. Do we like it? We like it. That is also true, Flower. 1 damage. We may then fight again. 5 combat with Gret, 6 with John, 8 with 1-2 punch. So Marion sees this horrible wheezing infected creature with strange yellow pustules on it. She rears back with her hand hook and charges the creature, thinking, well, maybe it will get frightened off by my passion. I'm fighting at 8-2. Cultist, -3, that's success. 1-2 damage. The first time this enemy would be defeated, heal all damage from it. I played an event. Reaction. Draw a card. You may play another event from... Well, that's not from your hand. You may play a different event. Is it different? A different event. Huh. Well, let's let's take it out all in one action, right? Sweeping kick. 5 combat with Gret, 6 with John Raymond Legrasse. Add your agility, so 9? I am really tempting fate by doing this, but I'm going to commit the vicious blow just to get her done. 10 to 2. Half the number of cards with no scenario cards beneath them. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The pun was dapper. Bon, as they do say in my neck of the woods. Marion, if anyone were to be watching, you know in the Matrix Revolutions where Neo and Agent Smith fight in the rain? Which is like a practical effect, it's not CG. Obviously there is computer-generated effects in that scene because they fucking fly through the sky and shit. But what I mean is the set is being covered with real water or whatever. This is what's happening. Marion is all glinting flashes of iron as she pulls the hook out of the creature again and again, targeting its nasty, yellowed pustules as they explode. The creature tries to gurgle and... He's actually getting shot at. Yeah, exactly. I did not reveal any elder things. That's pretty good, too. Okay. Defeated. There's no clues on my location, so Gret doesn't do anything. But that's okay. Second action. Do I heal or do I stay or do I go? Well, so weirdly enough, Crosshair, because I remember, not weirdly enough, I watched a lot of I loved the Matrix trilogy. I still haven't seen Revelations? Resurrections, the newer one. So in 2 and 3, there's Agent Smith clones himself, so there's a lot of them. I agree, Kurotas. It's pretty impressive. Hugo Weaving has about 10 to 12 stunt doubles, and they shave to their heads to look like his hair. And they put him in the suit, and there's like a lot of... Oh, yes. Sorry, Flower. There's a lot of the scene. It is filled with stunt doubles of Hugo Weaving's. If you pause on certain frames or whatever, it's obvious that it's not him. They then went back in certain shots to sort of like either digitally duplicate him or like put his face on other people's faces or whatever. But the scene where he and Neo are fighting in 3 in front of a wall of Smiths, a bunch of those are wax sculptures of Hugo Weaving, and the ones in the front are dudes, regular dudes who just look like Hugo. It's like kind of crazy, man. Obviously, they like duplicate him for a bunch of the scenes, but it's fucking nuts. Okay, second action. Oh, we got a clue. We spend a clue to what? Draw the top card beneath my location. Come on, Esoterica. Fucking hell. You must either spend a clue or take 2 damage. Well, I don't have a fucking clue, man. I'm taking the 2 damage on myself. Oh my god. Why didn't we say upper left? Last action, I'm going to move in. To the north side. A commercial district that contains many offices and factories, as well as the train station. 3 shroud, 2 clues. Victory 1. In Northside, nothing gets people talking faster than a bit of dough. People also get talking pretty fast when Marion saves them from a horrible beast leaping down from the sky. Okay. No enemies. I mean, that is true, Flower. Wait, why would they fault me? We go to Upkeep, where I draw a card and gain a resource. It's another copy of Soothing Melody. I'm not mad at. Yeah, it's rolling a... It's not rolling a d6. It's rolling a d6, which then loses a face every time you roll it, and trying to get the 1. And never get... Anyway, whatever. Okay. Drawn to Darkness. Reduces my max hand size, but I have 4 cards in hand. That's okay. We are still filled with the shining light of being the Purifier. We partially flood my location. We're looking for Tillinghast Esoterica. We draw a card. It's Deep One Ambush. The next time, sorry, after a deep 1 enemy engages you, it attacks you. Then discard deep 1 ambush. I think we're going to, rather than try to get the clue here, I think I'm going to spend $5 to gain 2 clues. Because, like, I mean, I kind of want to play an event as well, but, like, my thought is I'm only 1 up trying to get these clues, so it's certainly possible, but, like, I'd rather not even try. If I then run out of money, I won't be that happy. But this way I gain 2 clues from the token pool. So we... Right? Gain 2 clues from the token pool? Yeah, okay. It's true. Yes, exactly, Crosshair. So now I have 2. And I'm going to spend 1 of them. But also, victory 1. We spend a clue. We draw the top card beneath my location. I swear to God, dude. Well, well, well. If it isn't Tillinghast Esoterica, the ephemeral shop. Okay. Put Tillinghast Esoterica into play, adjacent to your location. Spawn the set-aside Randall Tillinghast at it. Wow, I do not have a lot of time left, to be honest. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's so terrifying. Okay, we'll look at this later. Shuffle each set-aside artifact asset, place them underneath it as a stack, which includes the Horror in Clay, and then I have to find the only other one that I own, which is the... What the hell? Where is it? Well, anyway, it's the title tablet, right? Let's just make sure I understand what I'm supposed to do. Gather all earned artifacts along with the Horror in Clay and set them aside. Yeah, okay. So these are the set-aside artifacts. Right? Put Tillinghast Esoterica into play. Holy shit, the art on Randall Tillinghast is incredible. Shuffle each set-aside artifact asset, put them underneath as a stack. It's connected to the location here. Free trigger, I can place more clues on it. Okay. Let's have a look at this absolute unit. Ooh, what horrible art. So, oh god. Oh, I hate it.
There is far more happening here than you could possibly comprehend.
So he's a sorcerer. He's got 1 combat, which we do like. 1 health. 3 evasion. 3 evade. Relentless retaliate. He cannot move. Gets +1 fight and +1 health for each card beneath Tillinghast Esoterica. How do I get... Does he look familiar to me? I mean, his head looks like the Thing, or the Hunt, or the Lurker in the Dark. Yeah, literally, Crosshair, just yeet him in. Oh, I used my Dynamite Blast already. That'd be great. Who does he look like, though? Does he look like H.P. Lovecraft a little bit? Now I have to Google a picture of H.P. Lovecraft. Oh, no. This man did not have a mustache. God, he has haunted eyes. How horrible. How horrible is that? Okay. So, when the round ends, if an investigator at Tillinghast Esoterica controls at least 1 artifact, they may advance. Recover as many artifacts as possible. Yeah, I agree, Aragwin. Guys, how do I draw artifact assets? Oh, action, spend a clue, draw the top card beneath your location. Thank you. Okay, good. I was like, okay, well, I have a clue. And I can get more. This guy can't move, so he can't come get me here. And I only have 1 action left, so I'm going to get set up and ready to go kick his ass. Well, I will say, Crosshair, there's 2 artifacts in here right now. One of them is the title tablet. The other is something called Horror in Clay, but it's also an artifact. So I think we want both of them. Which I think it's okay. So next round, I don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to move in, we're going to kick his ass, and we're going to draw some artifacts. All before we run out of time. I have one action left. Should I use it to continue to heal? I could move in. He has Relentless. So he would do 2 damage and 2 horror. Ugh. Okay. Oh, am I out of music again? No, it's just very quiet. Let's put on a more bombastic track, shall we? Yeah, this one's called Omen. Yeah, there you go. So yes, there we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, and we only need 2 clues. Oh, thankfully I discarded that ages ago, Crosshair. Oh, yeah, the weakness. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Oh, fuck, though. This is bad. No, this is a deep one enemy. That's okay. Yeah, thankfully the weakness with the parasite transformation or whatever is gone. Okay. I think we can all agree I'm not moving in last action. So what am I going to do? Get another clue? No. I will be defeating him with Greta. Ugh, I really hope not. I'm going to play an event. What's the event I'm going to play? That's right, it's Soothing Melody. I'm going to heal a damage and a horror off of me. Draw a card. Resolve the effect, shuffle it back in. Guardian reaction. Draw a card. Play another event. Thank you, Crosshair. I think I've actually cheated then. In fact, I know I've cheated. So, if you made it to this point in the VOD, thank you. Because I've definitely played these back-to-back. That sucks. Okay, well, I can't play another event. Oh, I could bring another Glimmer back to hand. I think I will, actually. Oh, God. No. Whoa. 0 resources. Can't do that. Then I will choose not to play another event, because I need the money. I shouldn't have spent all that money getting those clues. The shop face resolves, shimmering, glimmering, glinting in the darkness, until it is solid, real, carved from wood, stone, and yet somehow also ephemeral, somehow not quite there. Within the strange, glowing red shop, Randall Tillinghast stands, awaiting Marion. I knew you'd come back, he says. So I've healed, I've shuffled it back in, I can't play another event. So I will go to Upkeep? Yes, he can't hunt, so I'll go to Upkeep. Okay. Lurker in the Dark, which spawns at a connecting location. I'll throw it back here on the Miskatonic University. So now I just need to finish the scenario before the Lurker comes for my body. So is this not reminiscent of Randall Tillinghast? So, like, let's look at this art for a second. How horrible. Now let's look at this art. Right? Question. Has the thing that's been hunting Marion this whole time, has it also is Randall of the same kind of sorceress species of the thing from the ocean that's been haunting and hunting Marion, that's also a star spawn from beyond, or some elder thing from Relia? I don't know. But we only have 5 cards in hand, so I don't need to discard a card. Fantastic. We go to 12 out of 14 Doom. We don't kill myself. I fled my location. His traits say no. Ooh. That's so much better. Crosshair. Only in the finale have we figured this out. Yes, of course. The Lurker in the Dark went to attack Marion and Annalise, not because of Annalise, not because of random chance, but because Marion's soul had yet to awaken as Gret. And it did in that moment, fighting the Lurker in the Dark. We go to 12 out of 14 Doom. Barring any tragedy. We'll see. I draw an encounter card. This is where it gets really dicey. Okay, Oppressive Influence. The oppressive influence of Professor Tillinghast. I have looked upon all the universe has to hold of horror, and even the skies of spring and the flowers of summer must ever afterward be poison to me. Ooh, I like that a lot. the creeping chaos Nyarlathotep, right? Weirdly enough, I think Crosshair is also is also known as the creeping chaos. I can see how he would scale quite horribly in like 4-player as well. It's a big boss. Not that big though. Test willpower X, where X is your location shroud value. If you fail, take 2 horror. Well, we're definitely taking 2 horror. It's not direct, so that's okay. I am testing 1 willpower. Less creeping, more opportunistic. I'll commit this glimmer of hope. Do I care? Now, is that, when you say the skull, do you mean the skull token, or do you mean that we were doing better back then? I'll commit this glimmer of hope to be 3 to 3, which is not great. Do I want to commit anything else? Ready for anything? 4 to 3? Oh, that thing. Yeah, that's actually a good point. 4 to 3? Well, shit, dude. Tillinghast may be a strange sorcerer. The creatures may be swarming into the flooded city of Arkham. But there is no oppressive influence strong enough to dampen the light within Marion's soul. The soul of Gret Wagner. She knows what she needs to do, which is destroy Professor Tillinghast and end this whole scenario. Well, shit. Love it. Okay. We move in, we kick his ass. Seems good to me. We move in. Randall Tillinghast laughs as he levitates off the ground. His face seems to shift and morph, the flesh beneath kind of popping out and rearranging itself as strange growths slither up and cover the back wall of the Esoterica. So he gets +1 fight and +1 health per investigator for each card beneath the Esoterica. So he is a 3/3/3. I mean, Crosshair, I'm thrilled. I'm gonna stick the Hunter's Mark on him. Actually, let's pull him here. Inspector Legrasse is like, what the fuck is going on? And Marion's like, just give me some covering fire. And storms in there, slams her hand down on Tillinghast's forehead. And while there are teeth gnashing at her palm, he screams as the smell of burnt flesh fills the air as the Hunter's Mark blooms upon his forehead. And she says, you have been chosen for purification! And brings her arms down around his throat. Hunter's Mark is fast. It's an event, so I'm going to draw a card and play another event from my hand. I mean, I should just kill him, right? Yeah, I should just kill him. We play Sweeping Kick. Sweeping Kick, Sweeping Kick! So, 5 combat with Gret. He's not a deep one or a star spawn, so John Raymond Legrasse is only providing cover fire. 6 from the Hunter's Mark. 9 from the Sweeping Kick. -2, my location is not flooded. There's no Elder Thing effects in play. I will discard the Sweeping Kick and the Hunter's Mark to do 3 damage. As she throttles the life from him, he looks truly... Sorry, I said both hands. She obviously has like a phantom limb situation going on because Gret had 2 arms, but she doesn't. She just throttling him against the desk of his own Esoterica shop and smashes his head into the glass again and again and again until the light drains from his eyes and everything goes dark. Yeah, sorry, Graspy Loot, Oop. I defeated an enemy. Gret takes a damage, and I will discover a clue at my location. Rigged! And then, if I'm not mistaken, I can do action. Spend a clue, draw the top card. If it's an asset, take control of it. And then at the end of the round. So, action, draw. I will do one at a time just in case this is an absolute disaster. Oh, good. It's the horror in clay. Oh my god, the sculpture of dreams. Well, that's not good. Oh no, and oh man, of course it was on top. So, Marion, leaves the lifeless corpse of Randall on the floor and storms behind the desk. The rain continues to pour down in sheets, and she thinks, I haven't ended his ritual. I need to find what I'm looking for. I would have pulled both artifacts. I didn't know this was bad. It's okay. It is pretty cute, isn't it? Each star spawn enemy loses patrol and its printed prey instructions and gains hunter and prey. You. And then if you've got all of those glyphs translated, you can exhaust it to either treat its assets printed text box as if it were blank, or move a star spawn once in any... Okay, so if you've translated enough glyphs, you can, like, kind of control the star spawns with this thing, but Marion picks it up, and suddenly a howl permeates the air around Arkham. I guess I'll just... No, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to check to see if I... It probably means plural of that thing, right, Flower? Well, none right now. There's one in the victory display and one still in the encounter deck. But I'm pretty sure this will stick around for the next scenario. And then I will draw the other thing from beneath my location, which is the title tablet. Which we do say, so it allows us to move when your location's flood level's increased. And then there's a bonus effect, which we'll look at these effects momentarily. I want to finish up the scenario because of time. Enemy phase. A lurker in the dark hunts towards the Esoterica as Raymond LaGrasse ducks inside the shop. What the fuck are those things out there? He's like, they look just like the statue that I... And then gulps in horror as he sees Marion holding a tablet under her arm while she kind of holds the base of this strange sculpture. She looks up at him and just says, I don't think that we're going to be able to end this quite so easily, and motions to the broken, bloodied body of Tillinghast. Upkeep. It's when the round ends. Upkeep brings us the 13th vision. So in my mind, obviously what happens now is with the title tablet tucked under her arm and this horror in clay in her hand, Marion suddenly, her mind goes blank and she finds herself falling as Gret steps forward and provides her a vision of the future. Now let's find out what this vision is as we advance the act. That's a lot of threats. Closed for business. You're too late! Randall wheezes, clutching his side. Oh, sorry. If the investigators control 5 or more artifacts, which we definitely don't. The destruction of Arkham is at hand, and you are powerless to stop it. So, Marion thought he was dead, right? Because he was like broken neck, blasted face, like all this shit. But then he just gets up and floats out the door, basically. Nightmarish shapes form around the antiquarian's head and shoulders as tchotchkes and ancient tomes fly off the shelves and hang suspended in midair. Oh, fuck, your vision blurs. Then you find yourself back on the street. The shop has vanished yet again. Each investigator earns a bonus experience. Okay. R1, page 46. Guys, I think we are earning experience. Resolution 1. A disquieting roar shakes the very foundations of Arkham. Standing next to your companions, you look up to see the familiar, hulking form of Cthullu slouch out of the Miskatonic River. Oh, with a single motion, the Ancient One tramples an entire borough of Rivertown underfoot. The sound of cracking wood and shattering glass fills the air, followed by a chorus of screams. Andy, Ruby, and the inspector share a grim look as your worst fears are confirmed. We have to do something, Andy shouts over the din. Update your campaign log. Under artifacts earned, cross out the name of each artifact that was not under my control. That's fine. And then if the horror in clay was under the control of an investigator, record horror in clay. So we now have... Oops. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. Andy Van Nortwick is still in my deck. We also earned Detective Legrasse. Where artifacts earned horror in clay. Okay. Figure out how this works later. In your campaign log, record flooded neighborhoods along with the list of each flooded location. So that's everywhere. Okay, that's easy. Yes, I did. Thank you, Flower, yeah. Add it to your deck. Does not count towards your deck size. That's great. Well, not Tillinghast Esoterica, but the north side is, yeah. I spent a couple of rounds here at Northside. But you're right, the Esoterica is an extra-dimensional sanctum, to be sure, but it is not flooded. So I'm going to say flooded neighborhoods, all but Tillinghast's Esoterica, which is, like, for sure not a neighborhood, but that's okay. I did cheat. I don't know, Crosshair, but I'm going to make a note of it just in case. Downtown, Rivertown, ironically, and the university. Downtown, Rivertown, university, partial. Just in case. It just says flooded, is what it says, so I'm going to note that, yeah, along with each flooded location. So all of them. It'd be really hard not to flood all the location. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X. The investigators must decide, we're ready to fight. Now, obviously, Marion's ready to fight, but we need more time. I need more time. Me, Scott, doomed man. Skip to resolution 3 if you wish to take a break. Clean up the game as normal. When you're ready to play, begin at the Doom of Arkham Part 2. You urge your companions to take the time to prepare and collect yourself for the final stand. I suppose that's true, Flower, because the lead investigator just can't move around that much. They have to stay somewhere, right? Because it's only the lead investigator's location. Okay, Victory X. 1 from the Star Spawn, 1 from Randall Tillinghast, 1 from Miskatonic University, a bonus, and I did not get XP from Northside or Tillinghast Esoterica. So, by my count, that's 4. Tragically, still not a copy of 1-2 Punch level 5. It's not bad. It's not bad. And I mean, come on, it's another scenario, right? It's another scenario. Like, for sure we're allowed. I'm spending it. I'm spending my 4 XP, and nobody can stop me, okay? Marion's gotten absolutely boned throughout her entire trip to fucking Relia, so I think I get this 4 XP. Nobody can stop me. Man, 4 XP. Wow. Oh, man, that's great. Okay. Okay. Yes, librarian. That's what I like to hear. You don't have to spend any more time in the restricted section, Arkham Librarian. Come on out. Oh. Well, it's a good day to be a believer. Oh, can I see who voted for believers? Balls. Okay, well, Aragwen and Mr. Butt were doubters. So you guys, the doubters are shaking in their boots. Ooh, all right. Well, that is fantastic. I need to run because, oh God, Drew Crew's in just under an hour. Hashtag rigged. My friends, thank you so much for joining me. I was in the throes of depression. Not really and not literally, but I was in the throes of despair because Marion has been absolutely pummeled by fate throughout this entire campaign. But the Doom of Arkham Part 1 proves to me that we can succeed. We can save Arkham and perhaps the world from... Oh, and actually, this means Marion's debt to Tillinghast is cleared because, you know, he's not dead, is he? No, he's floating around. But he's evil. And technically, you don't owe evil people your money. Yeah, we're gonna save the world, Captain Splue. Don't worry about it. Huffing the devil's paint. The devil's? What the hell is the devil's paint? My friends, thank you so much for joining us. Drew Crew in just over an hour over on Liz's channel. Please join us. Drew Crew is fucking hilarious. Well, hang on, Flower. Taxes sometimes go to government, and government isn't necessarily evil. Oh, God, okay. It's a can of worms. It's a can of worms. I'm not gonna get into it. And then we'll see you for Montreal by Moonlight on Sunday as well. Thank you so much. I look forward to completing this campaign. We'll see if Marion's journey brings her face to face with the great Poobah himself, Cthullu. We'll see if she can defeat him with her single-armed crowbar. We'll see you next time on Doomed. Bye-bye.